Good evening, Mustang fans. Welcome to Shenandoah High School football field. Shenandoah High School football action here. We're at week 2. They're 1-0 Shenandoah Mustangs going up against the 0-1 Nodaway Valley Wolverines. My normal broadcast partner, Aaron Burdorf, is on administrative duty tonight, so I did bring in a substitute. I brought in a ringer. I always call Mr. Burdorf, I always call him Coach. So I brought in son of the coach. I've got Brody with me tonight. He's usually the camera guy. He's going to do both tonight. Brody, excited for your first broadcast?
I'm excited. Ready to go watch some good Mustang football and see what happens tonight.
So the Mustangs, as I mentioned, they coming off a really nice win last week against Missouri Valley on the road, and we are, as I mentioned, 1-0, really good offense, efficient offense. They took care of the football. Defensively, they were very sound. Got out of it relatively unscathed as far as the injuries are concerned. They did lose Brody Cullen, which is going to be tough shoes to fill. He'll be out for the season with a collarbone injury, so we wish him the speedy recovery. But it should be a fun night tonight. They just did the coin toss. We're going to step aside for 30 seconds, pay some bills, and then we're going to have some Mustang football here for your Friday night.
This very moment, a board-certified general surgeon will be leading her team in the removal of her patient's gallbladder. In this newly remodeled surgical suite, she'll use the latest technology and small laparoscopic incisions for a quicker recovery time. In a couple of weeks, the patient will have a pain-free and normal life again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Welcome back to Mustang Field, inside of Ray Graves' track. We're ready to rock and roll. It's going to be Zwickle to kick off. Shenandoah will defer, and they will kick off to start the ball game to the Wolverines. And the kickoff is deep down the right side. DeVault back there lets it go into the end zone for a touchback. So that's how the ball game will get started. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. Wolverines, kind of an interesting story, at least last week. They didn't have a very solid game, got beat up pretty bad. No recorded rushing statistic on Varsity bound, so they threw the ball all over the yard. We'll see if it's any different tonight. I know the Mustangs were kind of prepared for that. At quarterback tonight is Dax Kintai, and Kintai right away gets it to DeVault, Boston DeVault. He'll pick up about a yard. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 9. Pretty good play right away for the defense there, right, Brody?
Yeah, good offensive play there. Just try to scare them with the run with no run plays last year. The Mustangs are ready for it and make a good tackle.
So it's going to be 2nd down. They gave him an extra yard there, so we'll call it 8. 2nd down and 8. Kind of a full house backfield in the pistol, and handing the ball off onto the left side. I can't get the number there. Looked like number 30, Brian Gonzalez, but I could have also been 80. Was it 80? Brody, you got the mic now.
Yeah, 80.
All right, so it's Aaron Philippi. He gets the carry, and that's going to be a gain of about 7. So 2 consecutive run plays here after none a week ago. Maybe a little bit of change of philosophy here for Nodaway Valley. 3rd down and a yard, and they hand it off to DeVault, trying to get to the outside, makes a man miss, and that was Labrum he made miss in the backfield, gain of 2 yards. That's enough for a 1st down. Mustangs had him in the backfield, just couldn't make the play.
Just got to stay there, keep your in spot there. Since he's playing toward on the end of the D-line, just hold him in. If you did a good job turning him in, just got to make the tackle.
You've been listening to us up here. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. Ball at the 31-yard line. DeVault in motion, and it's a pitch to DeVault onto that wide side, and he's swallowed up in the backfield. That is Blake Harold all day, and he was a menace to the Missouri Valley offense last week, leading the defense in tackles, and again, a tackle for loss, a TFL. We like those. That was a really good play by Harold.
Lines up opposite normally of their best player like he did last week. He was just sitting over there waiting for him. Ball came right to him.
And dropping back to pass, quick pass, tipped in the air and intercepted! A tip pass intercepted. That was Trayton Foster coming in, and that's a guy filling in for Brody Cullen out for the year with the collarbone injury, and the freshman Foster coming up with a tip drill interception. Brody, your thoughts?
He's probably not really very used to that position coming in this year. He played more of a linebacker position last year, and he's made a very good switch. We've seen him in these first 2 games. He's going to make more plays tonight.
Scammon at quarterback. I'll get you the starting lineups here in just a second. Offset pistol. And the pitch to Gardner hit right away in the backfield, and that was Philippi. I think it's Philippi. We'll call him Philippi. Mr. Philippi makes the tackle. That's going to be a loss of 3 yards. The Wolverines definitely ready for that one. The starting offense for the Mustangs. On the offensive line, Stephen Perkins, Ethan Richardson, Mark Hardy, Jacob Rystrom, Ben Labrum, and the tight end is Blake Harold. Backs and receivers, Jade Spangler, Gage Sample, Bo Gardner, Jaden Dickerson, and Cole Scammon. And this time the run is up the middle, then bounced to the right side, and there's Bo Gardner for about 16 yards, and that's a first down for the Mustangs. So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. On the ground, first 2 plays, kind of doing what they did last week, really trying to establish that ground game. And Gardner got dinged up a little bit at the end of that last game, so good to see him back and running strong. 1st and 10, handoff to Gardner on the left side, a little inside zone, bounced it to the outside. He's going to pick up about 4, maybe 5, depending upon the spot. So that's going to set up a 2nd down and 5. And, you know, second start for a quarterback, it's always nice to have a good ground game. You stay in ahead of the change, you know, 2nd and manageable, a really good sign for the offense early on.
When they can just run those pitch plays and get blockers out and running and give to a big running back, Bo Gardner, and just let him tear up the defense, keep him moving.
So 2nd down, 5 yards to go. Ball on the 25 of the Wolverines. Play action pass, Scammon rolling to the right. He's got 2 guys on Harold over or underneath there, and Harold was hit right away by Blake Lund for the Wolverines. So it's going to set up a 3rd down and 5. They did have that middle receiver open beyond Harold on the over route. Just maybe got eyes locked in on big number 10, which is not usually a bad thing, but maybe missed one there.
Just looking for, every time you run that play, it's designed to throw to him. Open run on the open side of the field. And he's just kind of right out of the backfield looking right at him. Didn't even scan the other wide receivers. Just got to scan the first, and then obviously your first target's there.
So 3rd down and 5, it's kind of one of those 2-down territory deals. They tried to get like half of it or so, and they got stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. Trenton Warner led the way for Nodaway Valley. It's going to set up a 4th down and 5, 4-down territory here on the Wolverine 26-yard line. Probably going to the air here. Pretty good bet. We saw Blake Harold double covered on the previous pass play. Probably going to have a lot of attention. Could be some other guys running open.
Your choices are limited here passing. With obviously the injury of Brody Cullen. He caught the ball out last year. He's hurt. You're going to have to find other guys to throw it to.
And Scammon off his back foot, running away from pressure there. That pass was intended for Jaden Dickerson. It'll fall incomplete. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. So for Nodaway Valley, you throw the interception, about 5th play of the game. Pretty good opportunity there for Shenandoah to take that early lead. Couldn't do it. Back on defense.
Yeah, you saw that last game against Missouri Valley. They got inside the 10 once. I don't remember exactly how many times and couldn't capitalize. The Mustangs just got to keep doing what they do and mix it up a little and just got to keep the plays rolling, and they kind of stop there.
So Kintai in the pistol, hands the ball off to the deep back. That's about the 4th run by my count, which based on varsity bound, that's 4 more runs than they had last week, and that was Mason Wilson on the carry. So that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 4, and I tell you, or 2nd down and 6. I tell you, as a they only gave him 2 yards there. Excuse me. You catch that, Brody. Catch that. So 2nd down and 8, handoff from right to left. Made a man miss in the backfield. That was Labrum, and a really good run by Philippi. It's going to pick up about 5 when it looked like he was stopped in the backfield again. Missed tackles early. kind of rearing its ugly head here for the Mustang defense.
Yeah, Jacob Rystrom got in the backfield real quick there, beat the center off the line. He's just got to kind of wait for him, anticipate it. He just kind of full head of steam, kept running right by him.
Third down and a long 3. The handoff to DeVault, trying to get around the left side. He does, but he kind of ran out of real estate. I think he's going to be about a yard short. A pretty good job by Spangler to string it out. Didn't let DeVault get outside of him, and yeah, it's going to bring up a 4th down and a yard. And decision time here for the Wolverines. You went 4 quarters last week, didn't score a point. Really struggled moving the ball on the ground. Kind of a statement 4th down here. You know you're going to run the ball here.
They've ran it pretty well so far, able to gain a couple yards each time. That's probably what they're going to do here.
So 4th down and 1. It's a quarterback designed run, and there's Jacob Rystrom in the backfield making up for the previous play. Didn't run by Kintai, and that's a turnover on downs. Really good play by the nose tackle for the Mustangs.
Yeah, I think he saw that one all the way in, saw the quarterback just sitting back there and decided, hey, he's right there, might as well go get him, and made up for that play there that he missed.
You're a pro. You're such a pro. Oh, Mustangs take over on the Wolverine 32-yard line. You got Dickerson in motion from left to right. Handoff to Gardner on the left side. He's got a lot of room. He's going to fight forward for about 10. A really good play. That's kind of the play they ran at the end of the game over and over and over again. That kind of inside zone on that weak side, and that motion moves the linebackers. That creates that open space. Really good job by the Mustangs.
Yeah, they got to keep this going. It looks like they're giving him the 1st down, and so they just got to keep this momentum running. Don't need to get stuck up here. Just keep running the ball. Maybe do that Blake Harold out pass, and just need to keep the ball moving. They don't want to get stuck up here and hopefully get to another 3rd or 4th down here. They just want to keep him rolling.
So 2nd down, or 1st and 10 now, and then you get another inside zone, this time to Dickerson. Dickerson fights his way to about the 14-yard line, so that's an 8-yard gain. That's going to set up 2nd down and 2, kind of that recipe that really worked for the Mustangs week 1. Pound the ball, inside zone, outside zone, pound the ball, and then let the pass come off of the run. They're doing a really good job so far.
Yeah, just Jaden Dickerson. He ran that play a lot, and that's where he got a touchdown last game. And you can see it works with him. He's a quick running back. Just got up to that 2nd level and kept moving.
2nd down, 2. McManus in motion, and a handoff again to Dickerson. He bounces to the outside, and good tackle by Boston DeVault. That's going to end up being a loss of about a yard for Dickerson. So that's going to set up a 3rd down and 3. Again, you're probably in that 4-down territory. Although Zwickel made a field goal last week, it's a little closer than this, but you're probably thinking going to be 2 plays to get these, 3-4 yards.
Yeah, they're probably going to run something with Bo Gardner here, that the halfback run to the left side. Oh, Dickerson's in here, so we'll see what they decide to do here.
Feeling McManus in motion here. Nope. That was wrong, too. Drop back to pass, a little tunnel screen, and behind the intended receiver, Shaw. Again, you had Scammon kind of backpedaling there. I know it's a design screen. He's supposed to give up ground. But when you're backpedaling sometimes and you try to fling it across your body, it leads to an errant throw. And now you're a 4th down, and it looks more like a 5, but I'll give it a 4th and 4, a long 4.
Yeah. Looks like they're bringing Zwickel in here to attempt a field goal here. So we'll see what happens here.
So on the year, 1-for-1 field goal attempts on the season. Kick is up. It's on the way. It's long enough, and it is good. Mustangs score first with 4:59 to go in quarter number 1. Mustangs 3, Wolverines 0.
It's always been my dream to own a locker.
You like school that much, huh?
Actually, no, my own meat locker.
I'm processing.
So, what do you think?
Well, if that's your it, let's make it happen.
Here it is. This is where my passion is my major. more than 80 areas of study, dozens of clubs and activities to choose from, and advisors who ask the right questions and offer support. It's easy to be you at Iowa Western.
Welcome back into Shenandoah. 3-0. The Mustangs got a field goal from Seth Zwickel to break the seal and to kick off the scoring on the night. 2 drives that the Mustangs have had to start this ball game, both right around the 30-yard line, 35-yard line of their opponents, have not been able to cash in with touchdowns. But they at least were able to salvage some points on that drive, moving the ball, and then stalling out on 3rd and 4th down. Like I said, fortunately, Zwickel was able to bail them out there with 3, but we really need to cash in with 7 as the game goes on.
Oh, yeah. Our running backs we just see them when they kind of try to bounce it outside. We've seen the most success, I think, so far in this game when they run that right off the centers and the guards, and they're trying to bounce it outside a couple times. I think that's where we've gotten stalled up on 2nd down, and they haven't been able to get to 2nd level and get their feet moving and keep moving forward. So I think they just really need to keep it inside and keep running it where they had success against Missouri Valley.
Zwickel will be back to kick off. It'll be DeVault and Jebby back for the Wolverines at about their own 10-yard line. Zwickel's first kickoff landed at about the 5 and bounced its way into the end zone. See if he's got the magic leg in him again. But if you're the Mustangs, you want to keep it away from number 21, if at all possible.
Mm-hmm.
Zwickel puts a boot in it. It's kind of a squibber. It's going towards the sideline there on the far side. Bounces back in. DeVault makes a man miss, and then there was a clothesline by number 7 on Jade Spangler. I mean, that's an obvious flag. That was like an MMA or WWE takedown there. That's going to be definitely a penalty, and they'll send him back.
Yeah, that's going to pin him a little bit farther back than Nodaway Valley probably wanted to there. The kick returner 21 just didn't. That was a good spot from Zwickel just to kind of keep him there and let the kickoff team get down there and go get him. And just Nodaway Valley player just got a little bit burnt there and just had to make a decision. Wrong decision there.
Well, the official call was a holding call. I don't think that they have a call for like a judo takedown. I don't know. I don't know what that would be, but that's more or less what it was. It wasn't really a hold. It was more of like an MMA, judo, tai chi takedown there. That was pretty impressive. I digress. 4:56 to go in the first quarter. Toss to the near side. Philippi gets to the outside. He's to the 15, breaks a tackle at the 20 and out of bounds at the 22. We'll call it the 21-yard line. So you're going to pick up a first down, looks like. Right on it, yeah. 10-yard gain, first down. And the ground game definitely apparent tonight as opposed to a week ago when they played Mountainair and really struggled to move the ball. Just 42 yards of offense last week and all through the air, not a single yard on the ground.
Yeah, just you never know. Coming into a season like last year, they've definitely passed a lot more on our Mustangs. And this year, with coming into week 2 with 0 rushing yards, probably what you were expecting. But you can never rule anything out, and they've run the ball well so far. Just got to keep moving it down the field.
And we had a little timeout, maybe had some blood on the uniform there or something like that for number 80, Philippi. So he'll step out, checking in for Nodaway Valley's Eli Harris. He'll come in the slot, pistol formation for Kintai. He takes a snap. It's just a one-step turnaround pass to DeVault in the flat. It's man-to-man coverage, so good job of wrapping up and not giving him any yak yardage, the yards after catch, but it's still going to be a gain of 5, bring up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, on that tackle there, just kind of drug him over his shoulder and gave him a couple extra yards there. It's not what you want to do, but just sometimes you got to bring him down, and that's a little unfortunate way of tackling there.
So 2nd down and 5, ball on their own 26-yard line. Much like the Mustangs, Nodaway Valley's moved it at times, but then it's stalled out. They've just had worse field position. We'll see what they can do on this 2nd and 5 as Harris goes in motion, and the ball's handed off up the middle. There's a big hole, but a good stop in there. Looked like it wasn't Rice from these. The numbers are a little hard to see. Was that Was that Harold in there on the stop?
Yeah,
That was
looks
a
like
good
it.
play by Harold, because if he doesn't make that stop on a gain of 4, that was probably about 24. There's a big hole there.
I think the linebackers just kind of look like they dropped back there, and just if you got past that first level there, it might have been bad for the Mustangs.
So 3rd down and 2. Got DeVault in motion to the near side. If he's in motion, you got to expect it to go to him. It doesn't. It bounces off of Philippi, and again, an interception, and I think again, it's Trayton Foster. Just right place, right time. What kind of hands do you have, young man? Great play.
Yeah, just kind of sitting there waiting for him over the middle. Just bad hands by the wide receiver. Just pops right into him. Falls right into the basket.
And really just fortunate bounces. Both of those passes that were intercepted by Foster, catchable balls. That time just bouncing right off of the shoulder pads of Philippi, and Foster again playing that free safety spot in the right place at the right time. Excellent play. He's got to be feeling pretty good about himself over here on the sideline. As we get more of a tight formation, this is where they ran that toss a lot last week. This time they go up the middle on an inside zone, and Bo Gardner fights his way for, we'll call it, 5 yards. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 5. Really good job, good vision by Gardner to bounce it back inside to pick up those 5 yards.
Yeah, Gardner he does that. He did that a lot last game. He's had success with it a couple times this game. Just get into the 2nd level and just keep moving your feet and get those 5 to 7 to 10 yard gains every play. That'll keep your offense moving, keep the momentum running, and you just got to get it in the end zone for 7.
So 2nd down and 5. There's about 6 seconds left on the play clock. 2:40 to go in quarter number 1. And there's a little pop pass to Spangler. Spangler tried to cut back, and he was swallowed up in the backfield by Trenton Warner. There was an initial lane there if he would have taken it on the cutback, but he danced around a little bit. But that's the first completion for the Mustangs, but a loss of 2 yards. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, you'd expect the Mustangs to go with the pass play here, but they're kind of stuck right in the middle. They're a little tight, so you never know what they're going to come out with the call here. Run with that tight formation over on this right side again.
Scammon, little half roll out to the left. He's throwing deep. He's got Sample open and out of reach. Just out of reach. Sample had everybody beat. Really good route concept down here by the bunch receivers. And Sample had the defense beat. He blew the top off the defense, but just off the fingertips. So 4th down now. Ball at the 38-yard line. Again, no man's land. It's 4-down territory.
The Mustangs, they ran that. We'll see what they have in their arsenal here, if they're going to run another pass play here. It looks like they're punting. Try to pin them deep here and let the defense go to work.
So a little field position, like son of coach said. High snap, and Harold's able to get the ball away. It's on the left-hand side. It's going to bounce inside the 5 and roll to a stop at the 4-yard line. Hindsight being what it is, pretty good decision. 34-yard punt. We're gonna flip field position here. You're gonna make a team that struggled offensively move the ball the length of the field to get on the board.
Yeah, just trust in your defense here. They've had two good possessions here in a row for against Nodaway Valley, and they're gonna try to keep it going. Hopefully, get a good turnaround ball position here, make them punt it, and just keep the ball rolling. And just Mustangs got to stop them here, pin them deep.
I feel like whatever Nodaway Valley does, it should be to stay away from number 28 on defense, Trayton Foster. He has just been outstanding in quarter number 1. So 1st and 10, handoff to Philippi, and he's swallowed up in the backfield right at about the 4-yard line. That was number 40 in there. That's Bo Gardner making a play from his inside linebacker spot. Good flow, good run fit there for the middle linebacker, the senior. And as I mentioned before, really good to see him back. He had a little shoulder stinger, I think something like that, some shoulder issue in game 1. Good to see him back, loss of a yard.
He was a good defensive play, good linebacker spot. He just kind of flew with that one, saw the ball all the way in and made a good tackle.
So 2nd down and 11, 1 minute and 12 seconds to go in quarter number 1. About 7 seconds here on the play clock. It's winding down. Kintai takes the snap, hands it to DeVault from left to right. DeVault cuts back in, drops the ball, but they're going to say he was down. DeVault got sandwiched between Blake Harold and another Mustang. They're right at the 5-yard line. I think it was Gage Sample in there, so those two made a really good stop, sandwiching the ball carrier. A gain of 2, but a 3rd and long here for the Wolverines.
Yeah, the Wolverines might roll to pass here, might just run it and try to punt it away. There's not a lot of time left in this quarter. Probably trying to escape this quarter and just get their little break and see what they can do here.
So 3rd down and 9. They will have to snap it, though. As Brody mentioned, not a lot of time, but it's 25-ish seconds on the game clock and about 7 seconds on the play clock. They hand it off up the middle, and that's going to be a minuscule gain there by Mason Wilson. He picked up about 3 yards, and we're probably going to flip the field here. They don't have to punt it, and they probably won't. We'll go to the third or to the end of the first quarter. An offensive struggle. Mustangs have been on the brink, but just haven't been able to just break that door down. We are through 1 here in Shenandoah, the home opener, and the Mustangs out in front, 3-0.
Every inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
Heritage Bank is proud to be a locally owned community bank. We have been committed to our community and meeting the financial needs of our customers since 1873. We are confident that our knowledgeable staff can help you make informed decisions about your financial needs no matter how big or small. Let us show you how rewarding a relationship with First Heritage Bank can be. Stop in at one of our 2 locations, or you can find out more information at www.fhbshen.com. First Heritage Bank is a proud supporter of Shenandoah High School athletics. Go Shen, member FDIC.
Welcome back into Shenandoah. Shenandoah High School football field. Your Mustangs up 3-0 as we start quarter number 2. And it's going to be a 4th down punting situation. Boston DeVault will be back to punt in the middle of his own end zone with, I believe that's Spangler back deep. I can't see the number. I believe that's Spangler back there.
Yeah, it looks like it. We haven't seen I don't think we've seen any punt returns here. So we will be surprised what happens here. As a punter, it's always probably really scary skating in the back of your own end zone, especially only in the second quarter here to be pinned back that far. So we'll see what happens. Could turn out for a very big play for the Mustangs.
A military appreciation night tonight. Mustangs wearing uniforms donated by the Army National Guard, and they look pretty sharp. They look pretty sharp so far, and Jade Spangler took the punt at about the 44-yard line, returned it to the 38-yard line. So again, just as the whole first quarter was, field position battle by far is in the favor of the Mustangs. They just gotta, like I said, break that door down. If something bad happens at the end of this game, they're going to look back to that first quarter and some change of missed opportunities. But they got to start cashing in on this drive.
They got to get their first one here, keep the momentum rolling, got to punch one in, and that might lead to a couple more this quarter.
And inside run up the middle, and Dickerson bouncing to the outside. Tough run by Dickerson. He goes from the 38-yard line, and they're going to spot him down at the 24. So that's a 14-yard run, longest run of the day for Dickerson. Second longest run of the day for the Mustangs. So a really good first down play. But again, keeping that drive going, right? Sustaining those drives. Last week it was big plays until the second half. It was just a bunch of runs. Now we got to sustain these drives and cash it in.
Yeah, right where they stalled up these last couple drives, right in that 30 to 20, 25-yard line. We'll see what they do here.
Handoff up the middle to Dickerson. He's got a lane on that right side. Barrels through the first tackler. He gets from about the 25-yard line to about the 24?
24, 23-yard line here. So
we'll give him a gain of a yard. That's going to bring up Second down and 9. Again, I really don't need to panic offensively as far as throwing out the playbook. We can't run. They've been running it successfully, but they just have one or two plays in these drives that just are negative plays, and they can't have those to sustain these drives. And we'll see what they do on a 2nd and 9. It's a pitch to Dickerson. Really good flow and a good cutback by Dickerson. He may go. He gets to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's down at about the 2-yard line. Outstanding vision and cutback by Dickerson, a 22-yard run on a broken play in the backfield. Really good run by the sophomore.
Yeah, Nodaway Valley, they definitely saw that play on film when they were watching this week. You could see they were all collapsed in there. Dickerson just good eyes there, cut it back where no defenders were. They all just collapsed on that outside side. He turned it back and turned it loose.
So 10:50 to go until halftime, 3-0. First and goal, we're going to put it at the 3-yard line, not at the 2. So first and goal at the 3. Officially, it was a 21-yard run for Dickerson, who dots the I again. And he'll get the handoff, and he bounces off 2 tacklers, and he's in for the touchdown! Touchdown, Mustangs! Tough run by Dickerson. That was a heck of a drive. And again, it's that you don't abandon the run because it's been working. You just got to take away those negative plays. 0 negative plays on that drive, Brody, and the result, 6 points.
Just kind of kept it moving, had no down plays. They just turned one good play into a big play and then just punched it in there, just moving the ball and just keep the consistent flow running.
So 9-0, Zwickle on to attempt the extra point. Snap is down, hold is down, kick is up, and it is right down the middle with 10:33 to go until halftime. Your Mustangs have a double-digit lead over the Wolverines of Nodaway Valley, 10-0.
This is Kane with Gowing Plumbing. Gowing Plumbing is the name to remember for 24-hour service. That includes after hours and weekends, because that is when problems usually occur. We're located in Shenandoah, but we also serve the surrounding communities. That's the way it's been done for more than 70 years. And we work on boiler heat, so call fully licensed Gowing Plumbing any time of day or night, 246-1803, or after hours at 712-310-9248.
From large projects to daily tasks, we can help at Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. This is Josh, and we pride ourselves on quality products, knowledge, and service. We're always available for advice on the projects that take years to design or the issues that need fixed in a hurry. And we offer free estimates on anything and everything you need to complete both. When you have a demand, we offer the supply. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah.
Welcome back into Shenandoah. 10-0 Mustangs capitalize on the good field position. Again, it's kind of that hindsight. You look back on that punt on 4th and 8 from the 38-yard line. Really good decision. Looking back, you pin them deep. They can't go anywhere. You get the ball back at your own at their 38-yard line. 4 or 5 plays later, you're dancing in the end zone, and now you got a double-digit lead.
Yeah, just making the smart decision there to punt. I mean, you don't go for that. Maybe, you never know, Nodaway Valley turns that good field position maybe into 7, and then it's a 7-3 game and you're losing. So you never know what happens.
Zwickle kicking it deep down the left side. That's going to bounce and right into the end zone for a touchback. And I'll tell you what, Zwickle, he's kicking it to the left side, but he's definitely got some steam on it. They're letting him kick it deep tonight. I understand why they don't sometimes. You know, you've got dynamic kick returners and this, that, and the other. You don't want to give up a cheap big play. But that's a weapon if you can get it into the end zone like that. It's a pretty good job by Zwickle.
You'll definitely see that more as the season comes. You'll learn how to get it to control it, just land 10, roll back deep, make them pick it up, and make them start running from inside their own 10-yard line.
So now down by 10, the Wolverines, who really, as we've talked about a bunch here in this first quarter, as we've gotten into the second, they didn't run it at all last week. Now they're down by 10. Do they kind of morph back to the way they were? Flags on the play. There was about 7 Wolverines moving there. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. You definitely can't do that. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. It'll be first down and 15 for the Wolverines. That starting field position has really been a big key it's kind of those hidden yardage in a football game, right? You know, we're starting out in plus territory every drive. They're starting out 85, 80, 90 yards to go to score a touchdown. That puts a lot of pressure on an offense that's struggling.
Just, especially after the last game, they've probably been in this spot a lot last game. And Mustangs just keep placing them there and just can't let any big plays happen.
And just speaking of big plays, Kintai did a really good job. Took a step back, didn't see his first option, scrambled for about 8-9 yards. So it's going to, they're going to give him a full 10. So it'll be 2nd down and 5. So kind of digging themselves out of a little bit of a hole here. One thing that they haven't done yet is sustain a drive. Mustangs weren't able to sustain a drive until their last one, finally knocking that door down. And we'll see if the Wolverines can follow suit. They got a long way to go. Ball at their own 25-yard line.
You know, you definitely would wonder if the Mustangs kept getting pinned deep and the Nodaway Valley had that field position. You never know. They might be up 10-0 right now just off that field position and the mindset, hey, we only got to go 30, 40, 25 yards to punch it in. That's not that far for Nodaway. On the flip side, Nodaway Valley has to go 80, 90 yards to score. That's just all in the head.
So that's a gain of a couple yards there for Boston DeVault on a little jet sweep from the near side to the far side. It's going to set up a 3rd down and about 3. Again, this is a situation they've been in quite a bit here early in this game, first quarter and almost quarter and a half, and they have struggled, and they're going to hand it off to their best player. DeVault tries to get to the outside and does, gets to the 35, down at the 37-yard line. Big first down. If anything, even if they don't score on this drive, that will help them flip field position.
Yeah. I mean, even if they don't get this first down here, they can punt it down, hopefully, and put them inside their own 30. And then that just kind of flips it around. The Mustangs will have to put a good drive together and get down the whole rest of the field. But Nodaway Valley just looking to keep pushing the ball down the field and keep getting those first downs.
So it's now 1st and 10, 8:45 to go until halftime. Kintai hands the ball off from left to right, and that's Philippi getting swallowed up in there. That looked like that was Perkins in there. Good play. Pickup of about 2 yards, so it'll be 2nd down and 8. Good play in there by Perkins.
Those are the type of plays as offense you don't want. They kind of slow down your momentum. Just coming off a big first down there, you want to keep gaining, get those 4, 5, 6 yards, and then get you an easy 2nd down run where you got 2, 3 plays to just get that first down.
Really wide split over there on the far side. Usually that, not all the time, but usually that means there's going to be a run over that way. We'll see what happens. There isn't a run that way, but an inside slant. And Kintai wrapped up in the backfield by Dickerson. First sack of the night. That's going to be a loss of 5. That slant was open. You had those big splits, but Kintai didn't even look over there on that far side of the field. He had a guy wide open, just didn't see him, and that's fortunate for the Mustangs. Now it's 3rd down and 13.
With that big split, I think right there they were trying to toss out the running back, get that open field, and just kind of stay behind that wide receiver and just kind of give him that open field space to just do his moves and keep going off the field. Did not work out there.
3rd down, 13. Kintai scrambling to his right. There's Blake Harold. He throws Kintai down at the 30-yard line. Back-to-back sacks. Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Loss of 6. 4th down. Momentum squashed.
Yeah, that good first down. They're all the way back where they needed to get that first down now. So kind of just if Jade Spangler here, who's back deep, can return this probably 10, 15 yards, the Mustangs are right back in that good field position trying to take it down the field and get another touchdown.
And DeVault back to kick again to punt. And he does get a low line drive away. That's going to bounce at about the 42. Spangler touches it, picks it up at the 35, makes a guy miss, tries to get outside, bouncing back in, pinballing off of defenders as he is finally stopped at about the 47-yard line. Pretty decent little return after that initial touch of the ball at about the 40. Ends up being a 12-yard return. And again, really good field position. Those 2 sacks put Nodaway Valley back, get a decent return on a short kick. Now, again, you're half the field away from a score.
Yeah, just that kick just Jaden return it right back to midfield. You always love to start with the ball right at midfield. You only have to go half the field. Because if they would have got that first down there, maybe they would have stopped him on that next possession. Then they have to go the whole length of distance. So we'll see how the Mustangs can do here. Have to go a little bit farther than normal.
Water break here. It's a little humid, so we'll step aside for 30. 10-0 Mustangs.
Pella Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back to Shenandoah, that mandatory officials timeout for a water break with 6:31 to go and until halftime. It's not overly hot right now, but it's very humid, and it's been hot all day, so probably a good decision, good call. Give the kids some water, get them to hydrate a little bit before they go back out for the next 6 minutes and 30 seconds. But again, Brody, it feels like we're talking about it a lot, but that field position, that playing the short field, the hidden yardage, it matters. And you flip the field positions for either team, it might be a 10-0 score the other way. Maybe not, but I mean, you never know. But in this situation, the Mustangs could very easily be up, 28-0 right now. Nodaway Valley's got to feel pretty fortunate just to be down 10, and Mustangs maybe knocking on the door of another score here before we hit the half.
Just coming out, probably trying to pound the ball again this drive, and we'll see what they do.
Double wing, they hand it right up the middle to Dickerson again. Feed the hot hand. Dickerson from the 47 of Shenandoah to the 47 of Nodaway Valley. So that's going to be a gain of 6. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 4. And by my math, that is 37 yards now. Or excuse me, 39 yards now for Dickerson.
Yeah.
Oh, I lied. 52 yards for Dickerson. And with him and Gardner, I mean, they're nearing 100 yards together on the ground here in the first half.
Yeah, just keep pounding the ball, keep getting first downs, just keep it moving, punch one in.
Tight trips to the near side, pass complete to Harold at the 37-yard line. Harold for a first down. It's going to be a 16-yard completion, or 15-yard completion. That'll be a first down, first completed pass down the field tonight for the Mustangs.
Just Cole Scammon rolling out there, just seeing obviously the first target on most of your pass plays. Your big tight end, Blake Harold, just moving across the field, just giving him the place to catch it and just turn upfield. His big receiver just set his feet and made a good throw there.
So now 1st and 10, 32-yard line. Tight trips to the near side, faked the toss to the left. He's got Shaw, but he passed up on that, and he ends up getting swallowed up in there by the number 21, Boston DeVault. Again, that's that same play they've run a couple of times. You're looking at Harold on the shallow, but you've got that second crosser on that levels route, on that flood pass. You've got Shaw and just not seeing him. That'd have been a big play if we could have got it.
Yeah, just Cole Scammon rolling out, just obviously looking at Blake Harold, and then just kind of panicking there when he didn't see him open. He's a quick kid. He had the outside run if you want to take it, but try to cut it back inside and beat a D end. And he's just got to see all the wide receivers.
We're going to get a timeout on the field for Nodaway Valley. That's their first timeout, so we'll step aside, pay some bills. We'll be back in 60.
The strength of a house starts with its foundation, just like the strength of a community starts with its education to ensure its success for many generations to come. The Shenandoah, Iowa Education Foundation strives to bring world-class education and opportunities to the youth of Shenandoah. Visit ShenandoahIowaEducationFoundation.org to become a part of the $100 Club, the Family Challenge, to donate to the Peter J. Weber Scholarship, or to make a general donation. The Shenandoah, Iowa Education Foundation, partnering today for success tomorrow.
Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah has been here over 25 years, and they specialize in financing. Buy here, pay here. At Sorensen Auto Plaza, they finance all credit types. Bad credit, no problem. Visit SorensenAutoplaza.com to apply for financing and stop by and visit us on Sheridan Avenue. Sorensen Auto Plaza, proud to support this Shenandoah live stream.
Welcome back in to Shenandoah football. 2nd down and 13. Scammon throwing, again, kind of that awkward against his body throw. It looked like another little screen route. He was coming over to this near side, turned back to try to throw, and airmailed the throw. It's going to be a 3rd down and 13. Need a big play here for the Mustangs to keep the drive going.
They might run a pass play here. I wouldn't be too shocked if they decide to run the ball here because they haven't run it these first 2 plays here. Those are the plays that kind of slow down your drive and make you make a tough decision here at 3rd and 13.
For the Mustangs, 3rd down. So at trips receivers to the near side. Blake Harold, the lone receiver, to the right side. Scammon steps and fires to Harold. He makes the catch. He's going to be just short of the 1st down. Well, it depends on the spot. That side judge is right at the sticks. We're going to find out what they're going to call here. One-on-one coverage, and you're going to give him the 1st down. So 13-yard gain, and he needed all of that 6'4" frame to get that 1st down.
Just making the defense make a tough decision on what they want to do. Bring trips to the other side. You see on that crosser play that they double-team Blake Harold and just put him in single coverage. Blake Harold, big body, just throw it up to him, make him make a play because he's a good athlete, and just get him close and get that 1st down.
And a little bit of a botched play there. You could tell right away the ball was snapped by the center, Martin, and there was only about 4 or 5 kids that were even ready for it. And after that big play, you come back for a loss of, and they're still going back. That's 10, 11, 13 yards, 12 yards?
12 yards.
So it'll be 2nd down and 22. Good news is they got 3 plays to get those 22 yards, but they're still a ways away here.
The Mustangs just wasn't ready. Just was an RPO play, it looked like, and just was not a good.
Scammon throwing it up. Looked like that was supposed to go to Spangler. There were 2 defenders there. Scammon really just kind of struggling to find that open guy here so far in this 1st half. One thing Missouri Valley didn't do was they didn't send a lot of pressure. Nodaway Valley, they're pressuring every play. They're bringing guys, and they may not be getting to him, but they're affecting him.
Yeah, just bringing that pressure. Quarterback just getting the vision, just getting in his face. Just definitely makes him release it earlier and just make a worse throw there.
Middle screen set up, and that was read very well by Boston DeVault. It's a catch, but it's going to end up being a loss of 3 yards. So that's going to bring up a 4th down and 25. I know you're sitting at the 36, 37-yard line, but you almost got to punt this. You're way out of field goal range, and a 27 or 26-yard play is not usually in the cards.
Yeah, you don't draw very many of those up. And Mustang's going to probably try to punt it here, maybe, and try to pin him deep. But we'll decide what they see to do once they break this huddle.
I think they're going to run it down and call a timeout, and that looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. So 2:44 to go until halftime. Mustangs take timeout number 1 of the 1st half. We will step aside with them. We'll be back in 60.
United Group Insurance is a team of people you know and people you trust. We offer home, auto, farm, crop, life, health, and commercial insurance from our convenient offices in Atlantic, Griswold, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. Our team of agents work together to make sure our customers find an insurance policy they feel great about. We offer a variety of insurance carriers, so you can choose what works for your coverage needs. Learn more at United Group INS.
are back in Shenandoah. Harold back to punt at midfield. End over end punt. That's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. So a net punt of about 30 yards, but that's really about the only decision you could have made there. Kind of Coach Ratliff's hands were kind of tied there. 4th and 25. There's not a lot of plays in the playbook for 4th and 25, especially up by 10. You don't want to give them really good field position.
Yeah, just try to punt it away, just trying to get him as deep as you can there. That one just gets a unfortunate bounce, a Nodaway Valley bounce there. Just rolls right into the end zone. Didn't get the lucky bounce like last time where you could pin him deep. And Nodaway Valley just pinned deep again. Still at the 25-yard line. He's going to have to go the length of the field to get close.
So we got 2:38 to go until halftime. Both teams with 2 timeouts. Nodaway Valley has an opportunity. They're still in the ball game, down by just 2 scores, but they've got an opportunity to get something going. And before the first play of the drive, we got a timeout by Nodaway Valley. So just as I say, 2 timeouts apiece. Nodaway Valley takes one. We'll be back in 60.
Jim Hughes Real Estate has been a family-owned business since 1973, serving Iowa, Missouri, and Nebraska. Our experienced sales staff is eager to work for you. We look forward to offering you the best in personal service to meet all of your real estate needs, including residential, commercial, land, new construction, and auction services. Visit our website at jimhughesrealestate.com. Our website is updated daily. That's jimhughesrealestate.com.
This very moment, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon is on his way to a newly remodeled surgical suite where he'll scrub up and dress into infection-free equipment and begin a surgery to give his patient a replacement knee. With the help of a knowledgeable staff and the latest technology, he'll give this man hope for a normal life again without walking in pain. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
We're back here in Shenandoah. Nodaway Valley taking over at their own 20-yard line after the punt by Harold. Kintai misses the snap, and again, just kind of miscues both sides offensively. It's hurt Nodaway Valley more than Shenandoah, but it's hurt both teams as far as opportunities to sustain drives, get drives going, and put points on the board. In the case of the Mustangs, that's a loss of 10. You got to have the best play in the world drawn up there, but if you can't get the snap to the quarterback and you lose 10 yards, now you're 2nd and 10. We talked during the break. See what first down is, get a stop on 2nd down, call timeout. I mean, now you got 20 yards here to go, and Nodaway Valley's just going to sit on it, probably try to run it, I'd imagine.
Yeah, just even though the Mustangs are up 10-0, no team has really gotten their groove on both sides of the ball. And so we've definitely seen that from Nodaway Valley more than the Mustangs. But just Nodaway Valley hasn't found their groove on offense yet.
Phillip, he gets the handoff, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. And just as we talked, timeout by Shenandoah. We'll be back in about 45 seconds.
It's always been my dream to own a locker.
You like school that much, huh?
Actually, no, my own meat locker.
I'm processing.
So, what do you think?
Well, if that's your it, let's make it happen.
It's always been my dream to own a locker.
You like school that much, huh?
Actually, no, my own meat locker.
I'm processing.
So, what do you think?
Well, if that's your it, let's make it happen.
Welcome back to Shenandoah. The Doug Meyer Chevrolet scoreboard lets you know 10-0. Shenandoah on top. Both teams with 1 timeout. It's going to be 3rd and 20 with 1 minute and 50 seconds to go. If you get a stop here, you're probably going to get another timeout, I'd imagine. Shenandoah's got a chance to get the ball back with around 1 minute 30 and in good field position. So definitely an opportunity here to stretch the lead if they can get a stop here on 3rd down and 20.
Yeah, ball at the 10-yard line. Might try to send a little bit more rushes, try to lose a little bit more yards there.
Kintai takes a high snap, quarterback run to the left side. He gets around the outside, but can't get back to the line of scrimmage. A really good job in there. No flags on the play and out of bounds. So about best case scenario for the Mustangs. You don't have to waste a timeout and you're going to get the ball back. So you're going to have about a minute 35-ish with still a timeout in your back pocket. Looks like Nodaway Valley called the timeout. Is that right? Wasn't that out of bounds, though?
I couldn't tell.
I don't know. I saw the official's arms waving. But, Brody, let's put your coach's hat on as a freshman in high school here. So now there's no timeouts, so we've been told. So Shenandoah did take a timeout here. You're going to get the ball back probably around midfield or better. No timeouts. You've struggled throwing the football today to the tune of 3 for 10 for 23 yards. What's the recipe here? Is it just find number 10, or is it let's just keep running our offense?
I think we keep running our offense here. We scored when we did score. We scored in 3 plays, and so I think we keep giving it to Gardner and Dickerson and try to let them get, hopefully one of the first 2 plays is a big breakout play, get 10 to 20 yards there, and I think if we can get one of those plays early, we can definitely put it in the end zone here towards the end of the half.
Spangler back deep to receive. He is at the 50-yard line. DeVault again punting from inside his own end zone, just a couple of yards deep here. Good snap. DeVault gets a good boot away. It's going to be caught at about the 48-yard line. Spangler gets to the edge. He's past the 40 and down at the 37-yard line. So Mustangs, again, tail of the first half. Field position, field position, field position. It's like real estate. It's all about location, 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 right? You'd rather have the best house or the worst house in the nice neighborhood than the best house in the bad neighborhood. And right now, Shenandoah tonight, best house in the or the worst house in the best neighborhood. Really good. We do have a flag on the play in the end zone. It's probably a hold. I would assume it's going to be a hold on Nodaway Valley. Perhaps not.
Looks
running into the kicker.
Yeah. Try removing here. Oh, yeah.
Running into the kicker. So it's a 5-yard penalty. And I believe that they ended up declining that penalty because they just had to kick it again. Wasn't a roughing. Roughing is an automatic first down. The running into is a 5-yard, and you got to kick it again. So no harm but a foul. It's going to bring up. It's going to bring up.
Moving them back more here.
Yep.
So just. Yep. You're going to need a breakaway play here if you're the Mustangs. We're going to need that. That really hurts us. Still lots of time, yeah.
Stops on first downs.
We've had that recipe where we can, when we score, we can run it pretty quick and continue to get first downs. So we'll see what they do here.
And first play is run off to the left side for the Mustangs. Gain of about 3 by Gardner. Not the worst thing in the world right there. Still have some tempo, but a minute and 15 seconds with half the field to go. You got a kicker that can make kicks. Let's get that first down. You get that first down, that's when you get into that rocket mode of trying to go fast.
Yeah, well, the Mustangs haven't really been in this position where they got to go quick and keep them all moving. They've normally had time in a good field position, so we'll see how they turn out here.
So 2nd and 7, pitch to the far side with Bo Gardner, and he is just wrestled down in the backfield by Blake Lund. That's going to be a loss of 3. So 3rd down and 10. And that's been, at least just for me anyways, running an outside toss. I always hated kids running to the sideline because you almost want to question mark it. That's what we always taught our running backs. You question mark it. You run out, and come downhill because you need to get north and south. Running east and west, they can catch up to you.
Yeah. Bo Gardner just kept trying to go outside because he had a couple blockers out there, and they just, with the time there, he just couldn't get out there.
3rd down and 10, and Gardner gets upended after a gain of a yard. So what could have been here for the Mustangs trying to get another score on the board before half. They're not going to get it. It's going to be halftime, and the Mustangs probably a little disappointed that they couldn't capitalize, but they still hold a 10-0 lead going into the locker rooms. We're going to step aside for about 15 minutes or so. We'll be back for the second half of what proves to be a very entertaining football game. 10-0 Mustangs on top.
Here it is. This is where my passion is my major.
With more than 80 areas of study, dozens of clubs and activities to choose from, and advisors who ask the right questions and offer support, it's easy to be you at Iowa Western.
Every inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
Welcome back into Shenandoah and football field tonight here in Shenandoah, where the Mustangs are at halftime here with a 10-0 lead. There's about 2 minutes to go until the start of the third quarter. Mustangs will have the ball to start the third quarter. Some quick halftime stats. Again, very as Coach Burdorf always used to say, very unofficial. I've got Scammon is 4 for 10, throwing the ball for 23 yards on the ground. Dickerson has 9 carries for 34 yards, and Dickerson has 7 carries for 52 yards and a touchdown. And receiving tonight in the first half, Blake Harold has the only catches in positive yardage. He has 2 catches for 28 yards. Gardner has a catch for -3 yards, and Spangler has a catch for -2 yards. Son of the coach, the man, the myth, the legend, Brody Burdorf, just wolfed down like 8 hot dogs and 7 burgers in like the 15-minute halftime. What are you hoping to see in the second half for the Mustangs to pull this thing out?
Obviously, just keep pounding the ball, keep getting those 4, 5, 6 yard runs. And in that first half, you mentioned those. Blake Harold only has those 3 positive yard receptions. There was a lot of missed opportunities in that first half. We had down here that would have gone for a touchdown with Gate Sample. He
was pointing to the right there on the down
Sorry,
here.
right.
He was pointing to the right on your screen as you're looking at it.
Yeah. Down here it would have been, it was wide open for a touchdown.
Yep.
And on that crosser play where Blake Harold has caught the ball, we've missed a couple of opportunities where they double team him, and there's other receiver coming across that is very open, and we just missed a couple opportunities there. Just keep the ground game rolling, and that will open up that passing game a little bit more, and just execute on that good field position, and keep trying to run the score up here.
What I would like to see, and this is just me, I don't know, I'm the crazy guy that stands up in the booth, usually with the other crazy guy, but now I'm with the other crazy guy's kid. I would like to see running the ball, because we're averaging 5 yards a pop right now running the ball. And throwing the ball, per attempt, we're averaging 2.3 yards per attempt. I mean, just math-wise tells me tonight, at least right now, the passing game just isn't it. It could be. It could change. They could have made some adjustments. But right now, the ground game's been efficient. Let's not try to reinvent the wheel. Let's pound the ball with Dickerson, with Gardner, some jet sweeps with Spangler or quarterback runs. Let's get physical. Let's pound this team and do what we're supposed to do. Kind of a deal.
Just redo the whole second half at Missouri Valley. Just run it out. Keep the clock rolling. Just power football all the way down the field. Just keep scoring touchdowns. And
we say all that, and they're going to end up throwing for like 400 yards here in the second half. That's why they play the games. The second half is underway, and it was caught down there. Got to get that number. It was Ethan Laughlin who caught that on a slide. So it'll be 1st and 10. The Mustangs are going to take over to start this third quarter, start the second half on their own about 28, 29-yard line. So probably the worst field position they've started out in all game. See if they can sustain a drive.
Mm-hmm. That's what you obviously want to see as a coach. Just good hard drives all the way down the field, and just put it in for 7. So we'll see what the Mustangs do here.
Scammon in the backfield with, looks like Gardner in a pistol formation, twin receivers to each side. And faking the handoff to nobody in particular there. There was definitely some miscommunication. Gardner went to the offense's left. Scammon faked the handoff to the offense's right, and barreling in came Avery Philippi, and that's a big-time loss of about 6 yards, and that sets the Mustangs back early here on this first drive of the second half.
Mm-hmm. Just opposite sides there. Somebody must have heard the formation wrong, or the side there, and just missed it there. And Colescamp got lit up for a big hit and a good first defensive play for Nodaway Valley.
And you would really like to think that would not happen on the very first play coming out of the locker room.
Yeah.
You've had that conversation, guys. What's working? What's not working? What can we do? Hey, let's try this. and everybody should be on the same page. You know, it's just an unfortunate situation here. Is now second down and long. Scammon handing it to Gardner, and 2nd and 16. That makes it tough, and Gardner's going to gain, nothing there. Maybe a yard, but that's pretty generous. We'll say it's a no gain there. We 3rd down and 16 for the Mustangs.
You guys probably can't see it, but Cole Scammon didn't even come over the sideline there. Just kind of Coach Ratliff yelled at him, and they must have run the exact same play there because Cole Scammon did the same thing. So just the misconception. They knew what play they wanted to run, just didn't run it right the first time. Go back to it. That second play didn't work as well as they wanted, so they got 3rd and long.
So 3rd down, 16. Scammon sprinting out to the left, sets his feet, fires to the flat. That pass is complete. That time, Cole Scammon setting his feet on that rollout, fires the accurate pass. I don't even know who caught it. Is that Dickerson out there? It's hard to see with the jerseys that are super cool, but I think that's Dickerson that made that catch, and that's going to end up being a gain of about 12 yards. Still going to set up a 4th down. Oh, not 12. Excuse me. A gain of 10 yards. So it's going to set up a 4th down and about 6, and they're going to punt it away.
Just a smart decision here. It's first possession of the second half. You just want to punt it away, see what Nodaway Valley comes out with, and just turn the ball over to your defense.
High punt by Harold. Short punt. It'll bounce down at the 40-yard line and kind of go straight backwards. Rystrom does a good job of downing it. It was bouncing back, taking a Wolverine hop. And fortunate for the Mustangs, Rystrom was there. Not a super long punt, but just the opposite of the whole first half. Average to poor field position for the Mustangs, and they have some bad plays. Can't get out of the hole that they dug themselves in. And now the Wolverines, best starting field position of the night at their own 40-yard line. See if they can capitalize to start the second half.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if Nodaway Valley keeps running the ball more than they've been passing it, or they'll kind of flip it, go more to a pass, and try to get some big plays and score some touchdowns.
And Philip, he gets the handoff on the left side and just really nowhere to go on the ground as Harold makes a stop after a gain of about a yard. And, whatever your play call is, if you're the Wolverines, if you see number 10 on that side, you may just want to flip it because he's pretty good.
Yeah. Pretty good defensive line, obviously committed to Kansas, so you would not want to run it to his side most of the game.
2nd down and 9, fake handoff to Valton, kind of a wildcat. He squirts up the middle for about 8 yards. First time we've seen that little DeVault and the wildcat, a nice little wrinkle coming out of half. You get that up the middle run. They've tried to get to the edges the whole first half, and then that first play of the second half, really to no success. You go up the middle with DeVault. You got about 7-8 yards, and it's 3rd and short.
Nodaway Valley more than likely gonna run the ball here. Mustangs got to make a stand here, try to get defense involved and put them in a tough position, 4th down. And if they'll decide to go for it, to punt it away here and try to just force them into a tough position if the Mustangs can get a stop here.
3rd down and 2. The handoff to Philippi again. He cuts back and he gets tripped up. Really good tackle in there by, looks like Dickerson, and it is no
60,
gain on the play.
It looked like number 60, wasn't it? 60, Ethan Richardson. I think that's who it is over there on the far side.
Ethan Richardson's big kid. These jersey numbers, we talked about it. When it gets dark, it's going to be hard to see. It's pretty much any man's guess tonight. It's like last week when they were switching jersey numbers on us. Now we just can't see them.
Yeah. Kind of looks like a 6-0 over there on the left side of the line. I can't really tell.
Stop it.
It's far. It's
first game, and now you know everything.
No.
4th down and 3. Direct snap to DeVault, trying to get to the outside, and he can't do it. Great play by Jade Spangler, who cut off the edge. Really good play. Big momentum swinger there because you punt the ball away, you play the field position game like the Mustangs did. Again, that hindsight where Shenandoah made the correct decision in hindsight in the first half. Nodaway Valley, maybe a swing and a miss right there. You like to gamble and go for it, but now you give up that field position back.
Going with your starting running back on this first position here. Bo Gardner getting stretched out. Must have a cramp down there. And we'll see what they do here with different people in.
Dickerson in the backfield 52 yards already on the ground today. He's going to get the carry up the middle, bounces to the outside. He's to the 40, to the 35, shakes off another tackle and down at the 30-yard line. 13-yard run, and that's what they need to do. Just for the way the flow of this game has been, they need to run the ball and really extend that lead. Take some pressure off the quarterback. Throw it when you get that lead.
Just keep moving the ball. Our running backs are a lot more successful, not just at the first level. If they can get past that very first level, they normally can stretch it to 7 to 10 yards. Just getting that second level off that initiatory run turns Bo Gardner, Jaden Dickerson to a threat at that second level.
And a fake handoff to Dickerson. Scammon in trouble in the backfield, and he gets tackled after a loss of about 3. That was kind of a quarterback choice, quarterback read play. Whether it was the wrong read or the right read, really good pursuit by the Wolverines to tackle him for a loss of 3.
You know, you see with that RPO, the coaches I think want him to go right off that tackle on the edge there, just go right up. He's seen it a couple times. He's gone more out than just kind of going right up and try to get your 2, maybe 3 yards and just take the gain there instead of trying to beat it to the edge.
Earlier about the tosses going to the sideline, right? Get north and south. Get your 5 yards, get your 3 yards. And now you're at 2nd down and 13. Trips receivers to the near side. Harold all by himself on the far side, and we have a whistle. Looks like a delay of game is going to be the call. So. And that's kind of been the story of the game offensively. It's been very choppy for the Mustangs and for Nodaway Valley too. I'm not putting anybody in a box here. Both teams have been very choppy offensively, but Shenandoah will get something going. Then you have a negative 3-yard gain and then a 5-yard penalty, like last drive. Second play or first play of the drive. The running back goes the wrong way or the quarterback reads it. However that worked, just miscommunication. We're just having those negative plays. We really got to cut that out here as this game goes on.
Mustangs just they got that first good play, need to get into oh goodness.
And a little reverse, and that is Spangler going down the sideline. He has got himself a first down and more, and that was dangerous looking at it. That ended up being a 17-yard gain on the reverse, but Jaden Dickerson had no idea what was behind him. And as he went to flip that ball, there were 2 guys that came and just swallowed him up. And he's fortunate to get it to Spangler, who made a really good run.
I was saying before that play, they just need to get in that groove and keep riding with it. Missouri Valley, you could definitely see that. They got in the groove and they kept running it and kept running it for gains and gains. They've had a couple good runs. They need to get in a good groove where they can just keep running it and get big plays.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. Dickerson bouncing to the outside. He's to the 15, down at the 14 now. They'll call him the 13-yard line. So that'll be a gain of about 6. And Dickerson, he's a tough runner, folks. The sophomore and Blake Harold as well. I mean, both guys, they're bruisers in there, and they're right now not only Valleys, they're feeling that power. We just need to keep moving the ball on the ground.
Just keep running and getting that second level and just keep stretching it. For right there, just a good little 5-6 yard gain there. And just keep moving the ball. We got to capitalize here inside of the 15. On 2nd down, we got to capitalize here and put one in.
1st and 10, jet sweep fake, and Dickerson right up the middle. And another tough physical run for Dickerson as they're going to spot him down, looks like at the 8-yard line. So that'll be a first down, a gain of 5. And 1st and goal for the Mustangs at the 8-yard line on a very physical drive to this point.
Just got to keep that groove going. They can't stall out here, and they got to really punch this one in. Statement drive here, just kind of running the ball, and want to go up 17-0 in the 3rd quarter.
Motion back again is McManus, and Dickerson losing his feet. Maybe picked up a yard. We'll give him a yard on the play, so that's going to bring up a 2nd down and goal. That's a 7-yard line, and we do have an injury. Looks like a cramp for sure. You got the Wolverine player down, rubbing the calf. We're going to take a break. They're probably going to do a water break right now. 6 minutes even to go in the 3rd quarter. We'll step aside as they do kind of a mandatory water break here. Be right back. Mustangs driving.
Heritage Bank is proud to be a locally owned community bank. We have been committed to our community and meeting the financial needs of our customers since 1873. We are confident that our knowledgeable staff can help you make informed decisions about your financial needs no matter how big or small. Let us show you how rewarding a relationship with First Heritage Bank can be. Stop in at one of our 2 locations, or you can find out more information at www.fhbshen.com. First Heritage Bank is a proud supporter of Shenandoah High School athletics. Go Shen, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Shenandoah, where water break is officially over. 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. 6 minutes right on the button to go in the 3rd quarter. I formation for the Mustangs, and the ISO bouncing to the outside. I say ISO, it's still a zone play, the zone blocking scheme there, and it's going to be a gain of about 3 yards. Pretty good run. It was kind of murky inside, so Dickerson did a really good job of bouncing that ISO outside and picking up 3 yards. Sets up a 3rd and goal from the 4.
Mustangs down here at the 4-yard line. Obviously 2 plays to score here. You just got to keep running the football hard and give it to either Bo Gardner or Dickerson with Bo. Bo is your lead blocker here, and try to punch one in here.
3rd and goal, 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Scammon on the roll, out, throws it in the end zone. Harold double covered. I feel like we've said that a lot tonight. He's always had a chaser on him. And with 5:09 to go, 4th and goal from the 4. Looks like Zwickel coming out. Another missed opportunity for the Mustangs. Can't cash in down deep in enemy territory.
Just trying to take the points here. I bet if they would have ran that, they got 2, maybe 3 yards there, they probably would have went for it here on 4th down. But they go for that risky sort of touchdown. And it doesn't convert, so they're going to take their points here and get a field goal.
Zwickel on to kick the 21-yarder. There's a flag on the play, probably a good thing because he missed it. As it stands, it's going to be a 21-yard field goal. We'll see what the penalty is on the field. They got a false start, so they're going to back him up 5. So it's going to now be a 26-yard attempt here. Definitely within range still. He made one earlier tonight from further than this, or right about this distance. I think it was about a 30-yarder. I should have done a better job. I wasn't paying attention, Brody. Your
It's
dad
all
would
right.
usually tell me, like, how far was that? Or something. He'd hit me or something. He doesn't hit me. I take that back. He's a good administrator. He doesn't do that. He would have sternly told me, though.
Yeah.
So, after the penalty, Zwickel set to go again. And there's another flag, and I think we're going to get this 5 yards back, as it looked like whoever the edge man was on the near side, might have been DeVault. He jumped the snap that time, and we're just kind of trading 5-yard penalties here, it looks like.
That one might have been number 80 there.
Stop it.
Avery Philippi. I don't know how to say his last name. He was in the backfield. He was the one first in the backfield.
Okay.
So it looks like.
I believe you.
He's got that front side of his jersey tucked up. It's hard to see.
Second best color guy in the business. You know what the first one is, right?
Yeah, my dad.
Mr. Soderberg's going to get pretty mad about that. So, you're the 3rd best. But you're doing a great job. Wonderful job. And 3rd time's a charm for Zwickel, as with 5:04 to go in the 3rd quarter, Shenandoah tacks on 3 more. They are now lead the Wolverines 13-0. We'll be right back.
This is Kane with Gowing Plumbing. Gowing Plumbing is the name to remember for 24-hour service. That includes after hours and weekends, because that is when problems usually occur. We're located in Shenandoah, but we also serve the surrounding communities. That's the way it's been done for more than 70 years. And we work on boiler heat, so call fully licensed Gowing Plumbing any time of day or night. 246-1803 or after hours at 712-310-9248.
From large projects to daily tasks, we can help at Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. This is Josh, and we pride ourselves on quality products, knowledge, and service. We're always available for advice on the projects that take years to design or the issues that need fixed in a hurry. And we offer free estimates on anything and everything you need to complete both. When you have a demand, we offer the supply. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah.
Welcome back into Shenandoah High School football field inside of Ray Graves track. 13-0. Mustangs still pitching a shutout. Wolverines struggling on offense, but to be fair, both teams have had their moments of struggle offensively. Mustangs have just been able to scratch across a couple of drives and eke out some points here. Back on defense, and Nodaway Valley's trying to maybe find their identity offensively, trying to run the ball quite a bit more. They haven't thrown it very much. But that hasn't really worked. Maybe at some point here pretty soon you're going to have to start going back to the air if you're the Wolverines.
Yeah, obviously in the first quarter, or in the first half, Trayton Foster with the 2 interceptions. Both of those plays, they had open wide receivers, just kind of missed them, and we'll see what they do here.
Zwickel's kickoff was picked up at about the 4-yard line and returned out to the 25. So that's where the Wolverines will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And that's another one of those kicks for Zwickel that land about 5 yards from the end zone. That time it didn't roll in. It just kind of, I can't do it in golf, but you know, when it has that spin, I can't do that. Can you do that?
I can do it a little bit.
You cannot.
A little bit.
Stop it. I'm going to ask your golf coach.
I mean, I don't have a golf coach yet.
Okay. I'll ask your father then. 1st and 10, full house backfield again in the back, or in the pistol for the Wolverines. Play fake up the middle. And the throw on the run, nearly intercepted. And Phillip, he's coming up lame. He's got a cramp on this near side. So we're probably going to have another quick timeout here as the humidity here. We're closer to the equator than Greenfield. So they're probably not used to this humidity. I didn't know if you knew that. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
I bet the folks in the chat knew that.
They probably did. Got a lot of people watching.
Oh, boy, we're going to take a timeout as Philippi gets stretched out here on the near side. 13-0, Mustangs on top. We'll be back in 30.
Pella Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
The strength of a house starts with its foundation. Just like the strength of a community starts with its education to ensure its success for many generations to come. The Shenandoah, Iowa Education Foundation strives to bring world-class education and opportunities to the youth of Shenandoah. Visit ShenandoahIowaEducationFoundation.org to become a part of the $100 Club, the Family Challenge, to donate to the Peter J. Weber Scholarship, or to make a general donation. The Shenandoah, Iowa Education Foundation, partnering today for success tomorrow.
Great.
And we are back, still getting stretched out on the sideline. I said we'd be back in 30. It's been 60. We're going to take a couple of more breaks here as they're still stretching out a couple of players now. There's a Mustang down at about 35-yard line getting stretched out too. That was Blake Harold, but looks like he's up, and Phillippi's up, and he's making his way over to the other side. So for the moment, we'll stay here. Looks like he's making his way, but those cramps, they'll get you in. But it matters. You know, we're closer to the equator. We were talking during the break. It's a little hotter down here than it is up there in Greenfield.
All depends on where you practice. You know, Mustangs are used to the heat.
We practice in the humidor, right? I don't know. Do we practice by Turnbull anymore, or do they practice?
They still are practicing by Turnbull.
By Anna Cross, right? Right by the street, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're back to action. DeVault in the backfield. He throws off his back foot. That's complete to about the 26-yard line. So DeVault in there at quarterback, and now we got another another man down here. That might be Harold again. He had cramp issues when we went to commercial break, and looks like he's still feeling it, so we're going to step aside. It's going to be 3rd down and 8 when we come back here to Shenandoah.
Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah has been here over 25 years, and they specialize in financing. Buy here, pay here. At Sorensen Auto Plaza, they finance all credit types. Bad credit, no problem. Visit SorensenAutoplaza.com to apply for financing, and stop by and visit us on Sheridan Avenue. Sorensen Auto Plaza, proud to support this Shenandoah live stream.
United Group Insurance is a team of people you know and people you trust. We offer home, auto, farm, crop, life, health, and commercial insurance from our convenient offices in Atlantic, Griswold, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. Our team of agents work together to make sure our customers find an insurance policy they feel great about. We offer a variety of insurance carriers so you can choose what works for your coverage needs. Learn more at United Group INS.
Welcome back into Shenandoah. What you missed was a scramble by Boston DeVault for 9 yards and a 1st down. So they've made a switch at quarterback coming into this drive. Boston DeVault gives him that run-pass option back there. He can throw it a little bit, but he's definitely elusive back there. If he doesn't see it, he's going to go.
He had a couple wide receivers open there, kind of filled the seams there. He had number 4 coming up right down the middle of the field that was very open. He could have hit, but he just took the smarter decision, got the 1st down, and now they got 1st and 10.
And DeVault steps back, throws it to the far side, and his receiver makes the catch. He's got a step. That's a 12-yard gain, and that was Mason Wilson. And that's going to be a 1st down, 12-yard gain. And don't look now, but Wolverines driving with DeVault back there at quarterback.
Just gives you that more of an option, like you said. He can sling it. He's also probably their most elusive guy back there that can run the ball, and so just gives them a lot more of a chance.
I mean, that pass was anything but pretty. It was a wounded duck. I think it looked more like a kickoff. It was just spinning end over end, but it got to its target. He threw it with conviction, and it got out there, and it's a big play and a 1st down, and Wolverines on the Mustang side of the field. If it's not the first time tonight, it's the second. DeVault, again, this time a much prettier pass, but off target, as that was intended for Tyson Ross. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. I don't hate what the Wolverines are trying to do here. They got an athlete back there. Makes you pay a little bit more attention. Maybe those throwing lanes are open for the quick passes. I don't hate the little philosophy change here in this 3rd quarter.
You've seen most of this game, the Mustangs cornerbacks, once the one towards the more of the middle of the field's playing a little bit more in, and the far outside cornerbacks playing a lot more back, and those quick passes can, you never know, explode for a big gain.
So balanced formation, twin receivers to each side, and we're going to end up, instead of getting a delay of game, we're going to get a timeout as the play clock was winding down. We feel like we've taken a lot of commercial breaks here in the 3rd quarter, but folks, bear with us. We're going to take one more. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Jim Hughes Real Estate has been a family-owned business since 1973, serving Iowa, Missouri, and Nebraska. Our experienced sales staff is eager to work for you. We look forward to offering you the best in personal service to meet all of your real estate needs, including residential, commercial, land, new construction, and auction services. Visit our website at jimhughesrealestate.com. Our website is updated daily. That's jimhughesrealestate.com.
At this very moment, a board-certified surgeon specializing in female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery is scrubbing up in a newly remodeled surgical center full of the latest technology to give a woman a chance to take back control over her body. It will take less than an hour. There will be minimal recovery time, and afterwards, she'll start to feel normal again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Welcome back in after the timeout. 2nd and 10, 3:49 to go in the third quarter. Ball at the 48-yard line of Shenandoah. DeVault at quarterback. Quick pass out wide, and again caught, and again a first down. A gain of about 13 or 14 yards. And Wolverines may have found something here, putting their best athlete back there at quarterback and letting them make some plays.
Right there, the cornerback on the outside, he's too far back to make a play on that short pass, and so they just keep moving it, and that more inside, I guess, cornerback, I don't know really what position he's playing right now. Gage Sample had to run out chasing him, and they got a good yardage right there for a first down.
So that full house backfield again, single receiver to each side. DeVault steps back to pass, and looking for somebody, finds another receiver in the flat. Good tackle on this near side by Jade Spangler as Mason Wilson makes the catch, but a good solid tackle. And again, we got another man down as Wilson's down. It was a gain of about 3 yards, and it may be hopefully just another cramp situation. You don't ever want to see anybody get banged up. Looks like that's what it is, folks. And again, we are going to take another break. So let this be a lesson to your kids. Drink plenty of water. We'll be right back.
It's always been my dream to own a locker.
You like school that much, huh?
Actually, no, my own meat locker.
I'm processing.
So, what do you think?
Well, if that's your it, let's make it happen.
Here it is. This is where my passion is my major.
With more than 80 areas of study, dozens of clubs and activities to choose from, and advisors who ask the right questions and offer support, it's easy to be you at Iowa Western.
We're back in Shenandoah Mustang Field inside of Ray Graves' track. Beautiful night for football. Still a little humid. It's been hot today. It's been kind of a war of attrition here tonight. First half, not a lot of guys going down with cramps. You saw it a little bit at the end of the half, but we have seen it a ton here from both sides, more so than Nodaway Valley side to this point, but still a few Mustangs here and there getting bit by the cramp bug. But looks like Wilson's making his way off the field on his own power, so we're just about set to get going here. 2nd down and 7, 3:29 to go. Wolverines' best drive of the night so far.
Just looking really complete. Throwing not as many bad mistakes. Just throwing the ball, letting their wide receivers get out and run.
Handoff up the middle to Philippine. He breaks a tackle at the second level, and he sheds another tackle, and he's down to the outside. And he's down inside, it looks like the 10-yard line. That's the best run of the night for Nodaway Valley. That may set him up with a 1st and goal. Looks like they're just outside the 10-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. And you got Blake Harold hobbling back out onto the field. He says, "Coach, put me in." They're knocking on the door, Coach. I'm cramping, but I'm okay. We'll see. I mean, that was the side, Blake Harold's side. It was, at least tonight, he's been mostly on that left side of the defense or in the middle. And now it's 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Handoff to the left side. And Philippe's got nowhere to go this time. Much better job in pursuit as Bo Gardner makes a stop loss of about 4 yards, maybe 5. And I think you may have another cramp issue. Just a war of attrition tonight as with 2:41 to go. It's the longest third quarter in the history of Southwest Iowa football. And it hasn't, fortunately, it hasn't been big injuries. It's been cramps, but it's just kind of every other play, it seems like we got a guy going down with cramps. So drink water.
Bogartner went down in the end of the first half, and he kind of sat out a little bit there just to make sure he didn't get the cramps going again. But they must have turned up here in the third quarter, and we'll see how long it takes for him to get back in.
And Gardner is coming off the field with cramping issues. Harold was getting stretched out as well as he's kind of trying to gut it out. And when you have cramps, it's not fun. In those calves, they get as hard as a baseball, and you can't really go anywhere. It hurts. So, I feel for the kids, but, yeah, it's just a tough situation for both sides. And second down 15 now, DeVault in that full house backfield in the pistol. Takes the snap, drops back, pump fake, goes deep into the corner of the end zone. Incomplete. Not a bad ball. Looked like that was Wilson over there on the far side, but incomplete. Pretty good ball from DeVault. He threw that one duck for 12 yards on the far side, but ever since then he's thrown pretty good footballs.
Yeah, that was a good little fade route. Just threw it a little bit, just a hair long there. That could have easily gone in for a touchdown there. So Mustangs lucky to get away with that one.
Nodaway Valley working on their seventh straight quarter of scoreless offensive football, trying to break that seal on a 3rd down and 15 at the Mustangs 16. DeVault throws down the middle, incomplete. It's going to set up a 4th down and 15 from the 16. They can get a first down, but they'd have to get it all the way to the 1. You're down by 2 possessions. I would think your 4-down territory, it's kind of touchdown or nothing here.
Jaden Dickerson on the last play got some good pressure on DeVault, kind of rushed him a little bit. He hasn't seen that probably all night yet, just with those quick passes, and that kind of probably spooked him a little bit. Led to a bad pass, and now they're stuck at a 4th and 15 here.
It's a pretty good play. I think we're going to get a timeout, and we are going to get a timeout with 2:21 to go in the third quarter. We'll be back in 60. Mustangs up by 13. Crucial 4th down coming up.
Every inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
Heritage Bank is proud to be a locally owned community bank. We have been committed to our community and meeting the financial needs of our customers since 1873. We are confident that our knowledgeable staff can help you make informed decisions about your financial needs no matter how big or small. Let us show you how rewarding a relationship with First Heritage Bank can be. Stop in at one of our 2 locations, or you can find out more information at www.fhbshen.com. First Heritage Bank is a proud supporter of Shenandoah High School athletics. Go Shen, member FDIC.
We're back here, Shenandoah, 4th down and 15. Nodaway Valley, their deepest drive in the Mustang territory all night. They got an opportunity to put points on the board, so they got to cover 1 here for the Mustangs. Man-to-man with the safety. DeVault scrambling, makes a man miss, and he gets drugged down by Blake Harold, who paid for it at the end because his calf cramped up, but he gave himself up on that play to stop the Wolverine drive at the 6-yard line. There's 2 Mustangs down. Harold, along with another Mustang in the end zone, just dropping like flies right now. Mustangs will have the ball, which that's the good news. The bad news is you've got 2 Mustangs. Harold, and again, I'm not trying to do the kid in the end zone a disservice. I can't see his number. We'll get it here in just a minute.
I think it's Tyson Shaw.
You think it's Tyson Shaw?
By the black, I can tell by his black gloves. It looks like it's Tyson Shaw over there.
His black gloves?
He has like black football gloves on. I think it's him.
I didn't think he had like snow mittens.
No, but I could kind of see his hand, but I can.
Okay,
that's my guess.
We need to have like a big old jar of pickle juice on the sidelines.
Getting drinking more water during the day.
I'm telling you, when I was in college, that's what they made us do. Before practice, we had to drink. We had 3-a-days. We had to drink pickle juice, and it was the grossest thing, the absolute grossest thing, because pickle juice, for me, is awful, disgusting.
I think that might be Jade Spangler. My prediction might have been wrong.
I thought you said it was Tyson Shaw because of the black gloves.
I looked like a shadow. I don't think it might not be a cramp though, since it's going.
Now we got these phantom shadows rolling around.
Yeah, it's definitely Jade Spangler. I can see it now.
So Jade Spangler has come off the field. Looks like he's got a cramping issue. And then Blake Harold still getting worked on at about the 6 or 7 yard line for cramping issues. Again, give him credit. He came hobbling in about 3 or 4 plays ago after the big run by Philippi that got him down to the 11-yard line, and he laid himself out on that 4th down. If he doesn't make that tackle, there's a very good chance DeVault makes his way into the end zone.
DeVault put a heck of an effort there with a lot of pressure, just scrambling and trying to weave, and it got real close. But Harold just puts his body on the line and makes a good touchdown-saving tackle.
So now we're finally ready for action here. 2:14 to go in the third quarter, and we're going to have an encroachment penalty. That's going to give the Mustangs a free 5 yards, kind of get them out of the shadow of their own end zone here. Ball will now be spotted at the 10-yard line. And first down and 5, with so many guys going down, this is really just that time where we talked about it, relying on that running game. Just pound the ball, shorten this game as much as you can. And we give 5 yards, and then we give it right back as the receiver on the bottom side. I can't tell who that is. That might be Dickerson. Is that Dickerson down there? I can't tell. I can't see the number.
I can't tell.
Whoever that is down there, that gentleman.
All the way down?
That's on the field that's closest to us.
Is that number 4, Gage Sample? It looks like it kind of.
Could be Gage Sample. That's possible.
That's what it looks like.
He didn't mean to do it. It was accidental. We'll give him a break.
Heindaler doesn't want his name called for that.
1st and 10, handoff up the middle, and that was Dickerson on the carry. Picked up about 2. So it'll be 2nd down now and 8 for the Mustangs as the clock's ticking now, under 2 minutes in this third quarter. Mustangs up by 13. And we might have had as many guys go down with cramps as we've had total offensive plays for either side here in this third quarter. It's just been a lot of guys going down. Just been a tough third quarter. 2nd down and 8, motion by McManus. And then a handoff on a zone read, and down goes Dickerson, gain of about a yard, so it'll be 3rd down and 7. You think about that false start penalty from Sample, it was a 1st and 5, turns into back into a 1st and 10. What would be a 3rd and 2 now is just 3rd and 7. You may have to put the ball in the air here.
They might run this ball just so they don't give up an interception, but they're probably going to try to pass this ball. They don't get it, they're going to punt it away, put their defense back out there. With short time coming here in the third quarter, we'll see how this play turns out.
So we're under a minute to go in the third quarter, 49 seconds. Scammon in his own end zone throws the ball deep and high over the middle, and it's nearly caught by Tyson Shaw. That was a duck thrown up into. It was almost so bad it was good because the defender ran right past the receiver because the receiver had to come back to the ball, and that's going to set up a 4th down and 7. As I'm assuming we're going to have to punt the ball, but you got to have a new punter in there. Is that number 21?
Looks like it.
So that's number 20. Is Harold still out, dealing with some cramping issues? That's Cole Graham in there to punt. Getting his first punt of the season, and it's blocked.
This guy.
He goes up in the air, and it is picked up at the 18-yard line and down at the 8-yard line. That was Bradley Jebby on the return to the 7-yard line, but Graham's punt blocked, landed at about the 18-yard line, and we got another Wolverine down. Just unbelievable turn of events here. there is a flag on the play. Looks like, see what the official's call is. Sideline warning on Shenandoah, so there won't be any yardage there. But it's a sideline warning there. Might have gotten a little too intense down here on the near sideline. But so you're 34 seconds to go. Mustangs thought they dodged a bullet. They kind of did, but those mistakes kind of rearing their ugly head, not able to move the ball out of the shadow of their own end zone, get the block punt. Nodaway Valley knocking on the door, trying to make this a one-score game.
Yeah. As a freshman, Cole Graham just back there punt first time in a varsity game, and just
punting in his own end zone.
Yeah, punting his own end zone, and those defenders got that back there really quick, right about as he caught the ball, and just lucky he got it away, and they didn't block it, pick it up for a touchdown. Defense could definitely make a stop here, just like they did on Nodaway Valley's last possession. 34 seconds to go here. See what happens here. If the Mustangs defense can make a stand. Somebody's still down on the field, so.
Yeah, with 34 seconds to go in quarter number 3, real time right now, it's 9 o'clock. I have no idea when this third quarter started, but it's been a long one. The first half felt like it went pretty quickly, but then again, I mean, these kids they're out there giving everything they got, and they're playing hard, they're working hard, and sometimes when the bodies just can't go anymore, this is what happens. You get those cramps, and that's what we're working on right now. But a whole slew of them. It's not one guy. There's probably 10 guys on Nodaway Valley's team that's been down with cramps, and there's probably 4 or 5 Mustangs that have gone down with cramps one time or another. So I mean, that's a whole slew of kids so it's not just one kid over and over again. It's a whole bunch of them.
Just coaches and players just scrambling. Just one kid drops out, you got to find a replacement. New faces in there, and just kind of just turning around. Everyone's heads are spinning right now. Just trying to get out of this third quarter, get that break, get everyone their cramps all stretched out, and just going in that fourth quarter. Hopefully, with your back to your starting lineup, healthy with no cramps.
And that's Mason Wilson, who's hobbling off the field. That's the second time by my recollection that he's come off the field with cramps. Like Blake Harold for us, he's come off the field twice. Like Bo Gardner, he's come off twice. There's just a bunch. Who are you waving at down there?
2 of my Blake and Bond's friends are waving at me.
The bros? The bros are down there? All right, 34 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Boston DeVault gets the snap, hands it off to Philippi, goes up the middle, gets down at about the 6-yard line, 5.5-yard line. So it'll be second down and goal for the Wolverines as we tick under 20 seconds to go in quarter number 3 in the world's longest quarter. We're down to 10 seconds. They don't have to snap it, and I hope they don't. I don't think they're gonna. We're going to get to the end of the third quarter, folks. I don't know how many stoppages we're going to have in the third or in the fourth quarter, but I think this could be a fun finish. So stick with us. Mustangs up by 13, but the Wolverines are threatening inside the Mustang 10 when we come back.
This is Kane with Gowing Plumbing. Gowing Plumbing is the name to remember for 24-hour service. That includes after hours and weekends, because that is when problems usually occur. We're located in Shenandoah, but we also serve the surrounding communities. That's the way it's been done for more than 70 years. And we work on boiler heat, so call fully licensed Gowing Plumbing any time of day or night. 246-1803 or after hours at 712-310-9248.
From large projects to daily tasks, we can help at Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. This is Josh, and we pride ourselves on quality products, knowledge, and service. We're always available for advice on the projects that take years to design or the issues that need fixed in a hurry. And we offer free estimates on anything and everything you need to complete both. When you have a demand, we offer the supply. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah.
We are back in Shenandoah. Start of quarter number 4 is finally approaching. Save your strength, young men. You're you're running down there like you don't all have cramps in your calves. Take your time. Save your energy, because we've got 12 more minutes of football. I was counting them up, Brody. In the third quarter, the Mustangs, in 12 minutes of gameplay in the third quarter, the Mustangs offensively ran 12 plays. So defensively, we're on defense most of that third quarter, which was the longest quarter in the history of man, and we were on defense for most of it. So we'll see how much of a toll that takes on these Mustangs here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Just saw Blake Harold hobbling down the field, getting down there from where the ball was. Got to travel the distance, so we'll see how the defense turns out and holds up here on 2nd and 5.
2nd and goal from the 5. DeVault in the pistol. Takes a snap. He goes to the left all by himself on kind of a naked bootleg. He makes a cut and gets to about the 1 yard line. Cut got north and south. I don't know if he went the wrong way or if Philippi went the wrong way, but was my hand in the picture there? Sorry.
No, I don't think so.
Sorry about that, folks.
I don't think so.
Anyways, but I feel like one of them kind of went the wrong way there, but worked out for the Wolverines. They're knocking on the door on the 1 yard line. 2 plays to get 1 yard here.
Nodaway Valley, you really got to punch this in here going in the fourth quarter. You don't want to be going down 2 scores with the Mustangs here. They can get a stop here, get a stop the next play, get the ball, and just take it down the field and run down that clock. You got to punch this one in here for Nodaway Valley.
3rd down and goal at the 1 yard line, and a quarterback run all the way and a touchdown for Boston DeVault, and that's a big play. Finally getting on the board after 7 consecutive quarters of scoreless football offensively. Nodaway Valley finally gets on the board on just a power run against a tired defense.
That defense, most of those kids have been out there on both sides of the ball and just wearing them out there, just getting lucky with that pump play, puts them in good scoring position, and they get down there and punch one in.
And Philippi kicks the extra point, and it is up and good. So we got ourselves a 6-point ball game with 11:10 to go in the ball game. We'll step aside. Mustangs set to get the ball back in about 60 seconds.
Pella Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
The strength of a house starts with its foundation, just like the strength of a community starts with its education to ensure its success for many generations to come. The Shenandoah, Iowa Education Foundation strives to bring world-class education and opportunities to the youth of Shenandoah. Visit ShenandoahIowaEducationFoundation.org to become a part of the $100 Club, the Family Challenge, to donate to the Peter J. Weber Scholarship, or to make a general donation. The Shenandoah, Iowa Education Foundation, partnering today for success tomorrow.
Welcome back into Shenandoah, 13-7. Nodaway Valley on the board. Last year, if you remember, 28-26, nail biter, really good finish to the ball game. I kind of had a feeling this one would be that way again, and not as many scores yet. But we're definitely into that tight finish as McManus picks the ball up at about the 26-yard line, and they're pushing the pile as he's out to about the 41-yard line. Real tough run by McManus on the return. And the Mustangs take over a really good field position in what feels like super crucial drive. This late in the game, 1-score game, every drive's crucial. This one feels pretty critical.
Just got to work the clock, run the football, give some of your skill players and good defensive players a little bit of a break, but you're still working hard here. So when you get back on defense, you're down, you're ready to go, and get that, hopefully holding on to Valley when you get back on defense, and try to put together a good drive here, get down the field, take 4 or 5 minutes off the clock, and just put a good drive.
And Dickerson in the backfield. He gets the handoff, and he's met in the backfield and taken back for a loss of 2 yards. The Wolverines end up with the football, but they called the runner down after a loss of, looks like 2 yards. So that was Philippi that came out of the pile with the ball, but they're going to say the runner was down, so that'll go down as a loss of 2. Second down and 12. We were kind of talking during the break, you and I, and like I said, we really can't afford to go 3 and out on this drive, and that's not a good start. 2-yard loss on the first play.
Yeah, probably going more unlikely going back to the ground game here, just run it. Oh, but broken play here.
And miscommunication, nearly intercepted as Scammon just kind of turned around and just threw it up for grabs. Sample was the closest receiver on the play, but I mean, that was an uncatchable ball right there. It looked like just people were going the wrong way in the backfield. Running back, that's the second time that's happened here in the second half. Running back's going one way, quarterback's going the other way. Just unfortunate timing for that to happen for the Mustangs.
Gonna need probably first down here. They're gonna punt it away, which is not what you want if you're the Mustangs here. You need to get this first down and keep the ball moving. You cannot give the ball back to Nodaway Valley here with 9-10 minutes on the clock, because that gives them a good chance to go down and score.
And Scammon throwing the ball deep. His receiver's got a step. He underthrew the ball, but it's caught anyways by Spangler, and he's in for the touchdown. 62 yards. Big time throw and catch. The Mustangs. What looked like a dead drive turns into a beautiful catch by a kid who wasn't even playing football last year. 12 months ago, he was sitting in the bleachers, and now he's catching 62-yard bombs.
Just kind of go for it or go punt it. So the Mustangs convert there on a big touchdown play, big signing play, get some momentum back on your side, and you're going to get the ball on defense up 2 scores here.
Low snap. Hold was wonderful, and the kick is good. 20-7, 10:04 to go in the ball game. Spangler says, "I got speed, and that's what speed do." And Shenandoah regains their 13-point lead. We'll be back right after this.
Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah has been here over 25 years, and they specialize in financing. Buy here, pay here. At Sorensen Auto Plaza, they finance all credit types. Bad credit, no problem. Visit SorensenAutoplaza.com to apply for financing, and stop by and visit us on Sheridan Avenue. Sorensen Auto Plaza, proud to support this Shenandoah live stream.
United Group Insurance is a team of people you know and people you trust. We offer home, auto, farm, crop, life, health, and commercial insurance from our convenient offices in Atlantic, Griswold, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. Our team of agents work together to make sure our customers find an insurance policy they feel great about. We offer a variety of insurance carriers, so you can choose what works for your coverage needs. Learn more at United Group INS.
We're back here in Shenandoah, and the crowd and the sidelines have decompressed a little bit. They've come back down after that just massive catch. I mean, the throw was underthrown, but Spangler's not the tallest guy in the world, but man, he fought for that ball, and he won the fight, and he ended up taking it to the house. A house call for number 1, and now the Mustangs with a little more bounce in their step. As Zwickel kicks it off, it's going to roll into the end zone just barely. That was like a 60.2-yard kick by Zwickel. If that was like a third of a yard shorter, that's a live ball, and that's disaster for the Wolverines. But as it stands, it's 1st and 10, Nodaway Valley. Their best couple drives were their last couple drives. If they can keep this rolling, there's still 10 minutes of ball, a lot of time left in a game that seems to be back and forth now.
Yeah, if you're Nodaway Valley here, just keep trying to run those quick passes that worked out for you last drive. Just try to keep the ball rolling and score here. Maybe with 5-6 minutes left on the clock, give your defense a chance to get back out on the field. Have the Mustangs down there, just gave up one big play, and they could get the ball back and go score again.
DeVault scrambling and throwing another interception and another interception. Oh, they said incomplete. Oh, my goodness. That was almost the trifecta for Trayton Foster. I'll tell you what, that kid's got a nose for the ball back there. It was an awful decision to make that throw, but Foster is everywhere back there.
Just playing that free safety, just kind of lurking back there. You see a guy coming across the middle as a free safety, that's what you want to see. Go up and get that ball.
Yeah, there was nobody near that ball. I mean, Foster was the only kid that had a chance to catch that ball. There's 6 seconds now on the play clock. 2nd down and 10. DeVault in the pistol, steps back to throw. He's going deep on the near sideline. Pass interference should be the call, and it is. That one was pretty. That was pretty obvious there. Shaw was still kind of back, and he was still in his back pedal. He had good leverage, but he wasn't making a play for the ball. He was just kind of getting in the way of the receiver there.
Yeah, all he has to do there is turn his head and just jump up for that ball. He might even have an interception there if he does that. He was just standing right where that ball was going.
Yep, find the ball. Yep, find the ball, make a play. And instead of now a 3rd and 10, it's a 1st and 10 and a 15-yard gain. Now you're at the 35-yard line with still 9:53 to go in the game. A lot of ball game left. If you're watching at home, it's been a long game, but it's had its excitement. And stick with us. These next 9:53, it should be pretty exciting. 1st and 10 now for the Wolverines. DeVault throws high down the seam and too high for the quarterback turned receiver, Dax Kintyde. And I'll tell you what, that's a dangerous throw. Those seam routes on the hashes, you got to put it on them because you got that free safety. Foster, if you watch that back, Foster was coming in for a kill shot there, and fortunate for Kintyde, he couldn't catch it.
Yeah, Trayton Foster was going right at that wide receiver. If he caught that ball, I'm not sure if he could have held on to it, as he was coming right at him.
They call that ear hole in a guy. And the snap is back to DeVault, who hands it off up the middle to Philippi, who gets 3 yards, so it'll set up a 3rd and 7. You know, I think you're in a situation now. I don't want to speak for Nodaway Valley's coaches or Shenandoah's coaches for that matter, but they're going to give them 4 yards, excuse me. But you're probably 4 down territory the rest of the way, no matter where you are right now. If you're Nodaway Valley, you got to keep moving the ball.
Just got to keep the ball rolling. Might go back to the pass here.
And DeVault scrambles outside the pocket. He flips it to the sideline, and that's caught, and he is inbounds. The receiver, Blake Lund. Really good awareness by Lund right there. Good scramble by DeVault. That's a catch. That's a 1st down. Lund stayed in bounds. Just kind of dropped to his knees, made sure he caught it. Picked up about 8-9 yards. 1st down. Clock's moving. Wolverines knocking on the door midfield here.
Yeah, we saw that last week against Missouri Valley a couple times where guys open down here kind of in the flats because our cornerback goes back and there's no one kind of there to cover that, and he's kind of sat right there and sat down. Just got the 1st down. That's all Nodaway Valley needed there.
DeVault back to pass again. He's got some pressure, but he dumps it off to Philippi, who can't get past the first tackler. Still a positive gain as Gardner pulls him down, but a gain of 3 yards, and if you're Nodaway Valley, it's kind of just take what you can get right now. They're not turning it over. They're just keep moving the ball. They still got time left. 8:20 to go as DeVault takes a snap again, and he passes it down the seam. It's tipped and nearly intercepted. That ball was tipped, but looked like Zane McManus dropping back in his coverage. I will say this: the linebackers for Shenandoah in the first 2 games in the middle have done good getting to their drops, getting to their depths in their coverage. It's been the alley players, the outside linebackers, the safeties that have the flat responsibility. They've been having trouble getting to where they're supposed to go. But Zane McManus did a wonderful job getting to his depth on that 2nd down play.
Yeah, that ball was tipped up in the air. There's 2-3 guys there that all could have made a play on it. Just go right in between them.
3rd and 7. DeVault scrambling to his right. Pump fake. Throws it again to the sideline and incomplete off the hands of Blake Lund. If he catches that ball, that's another first down. That's a deep comeback that Lund is running. It's about a 15-yard route and then breaks back to about 10 or 12. And now, 4th and 7 with a scrambling quarterback. Run pass option is definitely there. They're probably not just going to hand it off to the running back, but you're going to put the ball in your best player's hands and you're going to say, go make a play.
Yeah, your linebackers here that are dropping back into pass coverage here possibly got to be ready to step up and make a tackle on the quarterback. On 4th and 7, you saw that in the last drive, Nodaway Valley, so pressure.
Ball pressured in the backfield, gets the ball away, and it's caught, but the Wolverine who caught it was on the sideline. So that's incomplete and a turnover on downs and an immediate pressure in the backfield by the Mustangs. So Mustang defense stepped up big on that drive, and we got another guy down. I think that might be DeVault down with a hopefully, again, for everybody, cramps are not fun, but cramps you can recover from. It's we don't want the what happened to Brody Cullen, the shoulder injuries or the knee injuries where things are popping and you're breaking stuff. Nobody wants that. So cramps are not fun, and they're definitely painful, but it's a little easier to heal from those. So we'll step aside for at least 30 seconds here as they still tend to DeVault. Mustangs will have the ball when we come back, up by 13, 8 minutes to go in the ballgame.
Jim Hughes Real Estate has been a family-owned business since 1973, serving Iowa, Missouri, and Nebraska. Our experienced sales staff is eager to work for you. We look forward to offering you the best in personal service to meet all of your real estate needs, including residential, commercial, land, new construction, and auction services. Visit our website at jimhughesrealestate.com. Our website is updated daily. That's jimhughesrealestate.com.
This very moment, a board-certified general surgeon will be leading her team in the removal of her patient's gallbladder. In this newly remodeled surgical suite, she'll use the latest technology and small laparoscopic incisions for a quicker recovery time. In a couple of weeks, the patient will have a pain-free and normal life again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
He's kind of rubbing.
It's always been my dream to own a locker.
You like school that much, huh?
Actually, no, my own meat locker.
I'm processing.
So, what do you think?
Well, if that's your it, let's make it happen.
Here it is. This is where my passion is my major.
With more than 80 areas of study, dozens of clubs and activities to choose from, and advisors who ask the right questions and offer support, it's easy to be you at Iowa Western.
Every inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
And that was Philippi that was helped off the field by some cramps there. And then now Mustangs have the ball 1st and 10, and a rough first play for the Mustangs offensively. Big penetration in the backfield by Ashton Honnold. Really good play back there, as it's a loss of 2. And Mustangs have the ball just under 8 minutes to go, but still far from over. Keeping that pressure on this defense, be smart with the ball, but we still, we don't want to just trade punts with them right now. We want to keep moving that ball and shorten the game. 2nd down, 12 yards to go. Scammon in the pistol, hands the ball off, up the middle, and again, that's another loss of about 4 yards that time. Looked like it was Dickerson again on the ball carrier, so you're 2 plays and you're 6 yards in the hole here. Now you think it's an obvious passing situation. You don't have to, but I would assume you just run the ball and punt again.
Yeah, and they might go for another one of those long balls, either try to go real deep. You got Harold down here, might run a bubble screen play, try to get maybe 10, maybe not just get the 1st down, just move the ball down the field a little bit to make an easier punting situation.
So 5 wide out, Scammon, pressure immediately, gets away. He's going to tuck and run. He gets to the 41 and gets stood up right at the line of scrimmage. And now we've got looks like we got another Wolverine down on the play, but he's going to get up. Looks like everybody's okay. Scammon's okay. The Wolverine defenders are okay. It's 4th down and 16. All that running for no gain in a punting situation with Harold back to punt.
Yeah, on that play right there, you didn't see it. Blake Harold was down here. He was wide open. He was like probably 5 yards behind the line. He could have just untucked that ball, threw it. Blake Harold could have took that really far down the field because all those defenders came up, just left him sitting out there just to sit and duck. Just untuck that ball and just lob it up to him. He had a long ways to go.
And we got a timeout on the field. We're going to stay here. I'm sure. I love our sponsors, and I know you guys do watching at home too. But I feel like we've taken more commercials than we have had game time here in the second half. So we'll stick around here for just a little bit. Coach's son, take the headset off, put the coach's hat on. If you're Nodaway Valley, you're going to get the ball back here. Last time you blocked the punt, the last time we had a punt, it wasn't Blake Harold back there, but you expect to get decent field position. You're down by 2 scores, 6 minutes to go, a lot of time left. Is it just kind of get the ball in number 21's hands and let him make plays?
Yeah, more or less. They've been trying to throw the ball. They have had a lot of open wide receivers. It's just that consistency of hitting that guy. They just got to, I feel like Nodaway Valley right now just needs one of those, one big connections, and they can stretch it for a long time, long ways, even those touchdowns, those seam routes. Just got to beat that safety right around, and they can definitely take those a long ways. So I think they'll probably continue to do that. Maybe try to sneak a run in every here and there, but they're going to have a little bit of urgency here. They want to score, get the ball back after the Mustangs get it.
And nobody back for the Mustangs, and the punt was nearly blocked, but there's a flag on the play, and we'll find out if that's a roughing or a running into. That was Trenton Warner. He almost got it, but he did not touch the ball. We'll see. It's a running into the kicker. So that's going to be one of those deals where they're going to probably do what they did to the Mustangs, just tack it onto the back end, which is going to force the Wolverines to pretty much go the entire length of the field here to score. Because right now the ball is currently spotted at about the 15-yard line, and you figure this would be half the distance to the goal.
Yeah.
So you got to go about 97 yards to at least get one score, and you need 2. So it's a big penalty. That's a big risk. Put nobody back there. You put somebody back there, you got a chance to return the ball, and now kind of deadens you, 95 yards away from the end zone with an offense that struggled.
Yeah, it's definitely not what you want is Nodaway Valley. Now they got to go a long ways. They're going to need a couple big plays here to even have a chance at this one. So the Mustangs defense just got to let nothing go too long, just break it all up, and just keep them in front of you, make tackles. And the Mustangs should be pretty good here, but this game's definitely not over.
Yeah, 5:45 to go in regulation in the fourth quarter. And Nodaway Valley looking for some magic here with the arm and the legs of Boston DeVault. He takes a shot on first down, and no flag this time as Shaw was in coverage on Blake Lund. And a pretty good job that time by Shaw. He didn't stop. The last time he stopped and Lund ran into him. This time he did not stop. And that contact was deemed just kind of innocent contact, and we play on.
I think a lot of our fans thought we should get offensive pass interference. The wide receiver kind of pushed him off of him a little bit. But I think it was an uncatchable ball, so the officials don't call that.
Quick pass to the outside, and that's worked here in the second half. DeVault quick out to the wideouts, and he picked up about 8 yards. That's going to bring up a third down and short as Tyson Ross made the catch on that far side there. 3rd and 2, and that's kind of what you need if you're Nodaway Valley. The big shots are nice. It doesn't look like Shenandoah is willing to give those big shots up on the far side, but they're going to give this up all day. With the way they're playing their defensive coverage, as again getting to the outside, those corners, those outside corners, they've been told, you can just kind of tell we're not giving up the big play. You keep everything in front, and if you've got enough time with 5 minutes to go, you can be patient enough to chip away. Eventually, the shot will be there, but. Pretty good job by Nodaway Valley getting those short passes for first down.
Yeah, Nodaway Valley just trying to break one of these screen passes out for a long ways.
And there's a pass down the seam, and that ball's intercepted. And is that Trayton Foster again? Oh my gosh! In hockey they call it the hat trick, and Trayton Foster with the hat trick tonight, and INTs. Just again an overthrown ball. If you put that ball on him, that's a catch, and he's probably still running. But the ball was a little behind him, a little high, tipped off of the receiver's hands. Trayton Foster, right place, right time. 3 picks on the night.
Yeah, as a free safety there, you see that play all the way in. You see there he's just kind of, nobody's really running over there in that trip position. And one guy's gone deep, you're just watching it all the way and just get a tip right in the hands.
And the run up the middle to Bo Gardner. That's a loss of 2. Right now we're not getting any push. That's kind of been the theme of this fourth quarter. Really, most of the third quarter too. Not a lot of push by the offensive line. I think the last 4 plays that we've run have been for -7 yards, and there have been all running plays.
Just need to get a couple yards here. That's obviously not what you want there. Just short runs for no gains. You obviously want to get first downs, but just chipping away at that clock. If you're the Mustang offense, you obviously want to get a couple first downs here, but just continue to chip away at that clock will really help you.
So Gardner is going to lose a yard there. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 13, 3:45 to go. Play clock's about 15 seconds. The clock is your friend right now, up by 2 scores. I'd probably pretty content just to run it and play the field position game, and that's what they'll do with the toss play to Gardner. Gardner stuffed right at the 50-yard line, getting close to the original line of scrimmage, a gain of 2, but that's going to bring up a 4th down and 11, and we got another man down. I don't think this one's a cramp though. This one looks like it's a little bit more than that, as we've got a Mustang down, kind of favoring the shoulder a little bit, so we'll step aside. We'll be back here after a little bit. 3:24 to go. The Mustangs up by 2 scores with an injury timeout.
Heritage Bank is proud to be a locally owned community bank. We have been committed to our community and meeting the financial needs of our customers since 1873. We are confident that our knowledgeable staff can help you make informed decisions about your financial needs no matter how big or small. Let us show you how rewarding a relationship with First Heritage Bank can be. Stop in at one of our 2 locations, or you can find out more information at www.fhbshen.com. First Heritage Bank is a proud supporter of Shenandoah High School Athletics. Go Shen, member FDIC.
This is Kane with Gowing Plumbing. Gowing Plumbing is the name to remember for 24-hour service. That includes after hours and weekends, because that is when problems usually occur. We're located in Shenandoah, but we also serve the surrounding communities. That's the way it's been done for more than 70 years. And we work on boiler heat, so call fully licensed Gowing Plumbing any time of day or night. 246-1803 or after hours at 712-310-9248.
From large projects to daily tasks, we can help at Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. This is Josh, and we pride ourselves on quality products, knowledge, and service. We're always available for advice on the projects that take years to design or the issues that need fixed in a hurry. And we offer free estimates on anything and everything you need to complete both. When you have a demand, we offer the supply. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah.
And we're back. Welcome back in. It was Bo Gardner who was down for the Mustangs, and Harold gets away a really good punt. Nobody back again, and that's going to take a good Mustang bounce right to the 10-yard line where Spangler kills it, and that's a 40-yard punt. They were sending 11 guys, as you see Harold. I mean, a walking wounded out there for both sides. Just the amount of sweat and energy these guys have all given out tonight. They're working hard, and you can see it on the field. Guys are a step slower. Guys are hobbling around. We've got 3:15 to go on a muggy night here in Shenandoah. Mustangs clinging to a 2-score lead, but 90 yards away from a score are the Wolverines.
Wolverines got to go a long ways here. It's probably clock's kind of ticking away here. Just got running out of time for the Wolverines.
DeVault on a quarterback draw. He gets past the line of scrimmage, picks up a couple. We'll call it a gain of 2. That was a designed quarterback run all the way there. It's going to bring up a second down and about 8 here for the Wolverines, with the clock ticking now under 3 minutes to go in the 4th. Play clock's down to 10 seconds here. DeVault in the pistol. Twin receivers to each side. DeVault takes a snap. Hits the crossing route over the middle. That's complete. Makes a man miss. Gets upfield. And he's down at about the 22, 23-yard line. That's enough for a first down. Clock stops for the Wolverines. Moving the chains. But they got to sustain it. That's been the problem for the Wolverines tonight. They've had a couple of flash plays here and there, but they got to sustain those drives.
Yeah, the Wolverines, they can, I think later, moving on in the season, since they've kind of worked with this, kind of figuring out their offense here, I think they can probably run this for the rest of the season with the quick passes and the mobile quarterback. It's working out for them well right here. They just got to sustain it and be able to do it well every single play. And they should be able to move the ball down the field if they can do it every single play. They're kind of running out of time.
Yeah, as I say, there was a delay of game penalty because there was not a quarterback on the field to take the snap. That was wild there. There was not a there really wasn't a quarterback there. You definitely need that. Got to have a quarterback back there. You can see the running back. Again, if you guys watch this back, the running back at the time was number 7, Bradley Jebby, and he was kind of sticking his hands up in the air to his sides like, what do you want me to do? Am I supposed to take the snap? It looks like we do have a quarterback in the game. It's someone new. I can't get the number here. I'll get it here in just a second. 1st and 15. The handoff goes up the middle and that is Caden Shoemaker taking the snap. And now we're down under 2 minutes, and it may be waving the white flag for the Wolverines here, which if that's the case, tough win for the Mustangs. It looks like that's kind of what's going on right now.
They got three more plays here, basically two to run the clock down. It'll be pretty close, I think.
Yeah, we're at about 1:20 on the game clock. The play clock's just under 10. So they technically would have to run one more play after this, and Shoemaker hands the ball off up the middle. Good tackle in there by the Mustangs. That's going to set up a 3rd down and 15. We have just over a minute to go. Like I said, this should be the last play of the ball game, unless they throw it, which I don't think they will.
Just a good game. Just a good way to finish out for the Mustangs. Got that good long touchdown pass, and the defense came out more energetic. Got the interception. 3 for Trayton Foster tonight. The defense just definitely came out more energetic towards the end of this 4th quarter than they were playing.
They did throw it, so now they got to go for it on 4th down. As Shoemaker's pass is incomplete. I don't understand running it 3 times right up the middle, or twice right up the middle, and then trying to throw it. Hey, it is what it is. It just makes the game over. A little bit longer.
I think they definitely thought that ball should have been caught. I think it hit him right in the numbers, just fell through. So now they got to run one more play here.
Yeah, 35 seconds to go in the ball game. Be a 4th down and 20 now, even though I don't think that's right. The clock says 4th and 20. Shoemaker's punt goes about 10 yards in the air and then takes a Wolverine bounce to the 38-yard line. I don't think that's going to matter much. It'll take one knee, and then that will be that. The best formation in all of football is about to come up, Brody. The victory formation. There was a flag on the play. It was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Mustangs. I didn't see what happened there. I don't even see what number it was on.
Just one knee here. Game's over. Good win for the Mustangs.
Your section.
And they're going to take them back with this penalty, that unsportsmanlike. So, I mean, again, not that it's really going to matter a whole lot as far as the grand scheme of things. You certainly don't want to act in a negative way when the game's over type of deal. It's been a tough game for both sides. Both teams played hard. At the end of the day, the team that made the most plays, and neither team made tons of plays offensively, but the team that made the most plays, Shenandoah, they're the ones coming out on top of the win. And snap to Scammon, and that's going to be your ball game, folks. Shenandoah moves to 2-0 on the year, 20-7 victors. We're going to step aside, pay some bills for one last time. We'll come back with a little recap from Mustang Field.
Pella Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
I'm going to get up there.
The strength of a house starts with its foundation. Just like the strength of a community starts with its education to ensure its success for many generations to come. The Shenandoah, Iowa Education Foundation strives to bring world-class education and opportunities to the youth of Shenandoah. Visit ShenandoahIowaEducationFoundation.org to become a part of the $100 Club, the Family Challenge, to donate to the Peter J. Weber Scholarship, or to make a general donation. The Shenandoah, Iowa Education Foundation, partnering today for success tomorrow.
Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah has been here over 25 years, and they specialize in financing. Buy here, pay here. At Sorensen Auto Plaza, they finance all credit types. Bad credit, no problem. Visit SorensenAutoplaza.com to apply for financing and stop by and visit us on Sheridan Avenue. Sorensen Auto Plaza, proud to support this Shenandoah live stream.
Welcome back to Shenandoah Mustang Field. Your winners tonight, the Shenandoah Mustangs, 20-7. Some final, very unofficial stats. Scammon on the night, 6 for 14, 95 yards and a touchdown. Did not throw an interception. Had the long 62-yard touchdown pass to kind of put the icing on the cake, give them the breathing room they needed. On the ground, Jaden Dickerson led the way, 12 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown. Bo Gardner had 31 yards on 13 carries. Spangler had a nice 21-yard reverse in the second half. And then through the air, as far as receivers go, Blake Harold, 2 catches, 28 yards. Spangler, 2 catches, 60 yards. He had the 62-yard touchdown or catch that we mentioned, but he also had one other catch for -2 yards. Dickerson had a catch for 10 yards, and Gardner also had a catch on the night. But Brody, it wasn't pretty, but I think anybody would say you'd rather win ugly than lose pretty, and tonight we did. We won ugly, but we gritted one out and we grinded one out, and we're 2-0.
Yeah, the Mustangs came out early. They had a lot of good scoring chances with that field position. They definitely could have capitalized more on those and got up to an early lead. Probably would have lowered the stress level there. But the Mustangs finished it out on a good note there on the defensive side, and I think it was overall. They all worked together. It wasn't, like you said, it wasn't pretty. But they got the job done and got a win. Move on to 2-0 in the season.
Yeah, and you can't stop the broadcast without mentioning a couple of guys that we haven't mentioned really already. Zwickel, 2 for 2 field goals, which were pretty big in a game where offense was kind of at a premium. You take away those 6 points, you know, it's a lot different ball game. It's a one-score game, and a lot of more tense moments down the stretch. But he knocked in a couple of field goals, and then Trayton Foster, player of the game defensively for sure. With 3 big INTs to really keep the field position in our favor, and anytime there was momentum swings, seemed like Foster was right in the middle of it. I think he's found a home in the defensive backfield for the Mustangs.
He played a great game with those 3 interceptions. He was always right there, right in the moment, just hold on to that ball, and got those 3 interceptions. Definitely excelled. One of those things that excelled the Mustangs to the win. And I think the play of the game has to go to Jade Spangler on that 62-yard touchdown. That really changed the game. The Mustangs were kind of starting to go downhill there and getting beat up on defense. And that play just kind of got the motivation right back on their side to finish out the game strong.
Brody, this was game 1 for you. Colin, did you have fun?
Yeah, I had lots of fun.
Good deal. Well, I assume you'll be back with me next week unless Dad gets the pass to come up here and do it. I don't know. But for son of the coach, Brody Burdorf, I'm TJ Young. Mustangs 2-0 on the year and 1-0 at home as they're victors over the Wolverines from Nodaway Valley, 20-7. Until next time, so long, everybody.